Good afternoon. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. Yes, so we're going to get back into this Darrell Brooks Jr. Yeah, we're going to repeat him again. All right, so today I'm going to be basically doing some clips. And I'm going to be showing some clips, recap clips of what happened on Friday. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, first of all, make sure you hit the like button. That's number one. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, okay? And also, the people's replay watchers, hit the like and also share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. So, we're going to get into this monster here. Now, if you're looking at this picture right now, you would see this is exactly how he was staring down the judge. How do you get away with that? I never heard of such a thing, okay? This is how he was staring at the judge. Real creepy. And he did that the other day, but nobody seemed to notice it. Well, I mean, some people did, but whatever. He did it again. All right. This man really shows signs of a sociopath, probably psychopath too. It's probably all of above narcissism and everything, right? Okay, so we're gonna get into him, show some clips, and I'm gonna also show he had his ex-girlfriend come back on the stand again. Well, first, excuse me, let me get this right. First, the prosecution had to understand that he wanted to have on the stand. And I think this is one of the reasons why he wanted to represent himself, because he had a goal. But you know what? Y'all share your thoughts. I'm going to get into that one. All right. So I'm going to show a couple of clips, and then I'm going to also show when he had the girlfriend. Then you're going to see his rage. I mean, Friday was insane. It was insane in the courtroom. I mean, the way this man carries on, it's like people's forgetting what they're in court for. See, this is what these sociopath and narcissistic people do, ladies and gentlemen. They like to put all the attention on them. They feel that they're entitled. It's all about them. All he's doing is gaslighting everybody in the courtroom so he can control the courtroom and he can have everything go his way. And I don't understand with the judge, no offense with the judge and everything, but why is she letting him get away with it? One minute she'll say, oh, you have to speak right. If you don't act right, I'm going to have to take you out the room. She takes him out the room. 10 minutes later, he come back. He even said on the camera, I don't know if you're going to be able to hit a clip, but he said, y'all, I think you talked to the people that's carrying the boxes back and forth. Say, aren't y'all getting a little tired of back and forth with these boxes? You see, this is how sociopaths do. Everything is a game to them. They just like to play people. He knows he's going to jail. He knows he's done, but before he goes to jail, he's just going to gaslight, try to ruin your reputation, everything. But he's just, oh, well, let me stop talking. Let's get into this first clip. First, let me see who the people that's here, right? All right. Oh, my girl Jackie was up in here. Oh my gosh, the thumbnail. I can't believe he was even allowed back in the corner. Exactly, Jackie. Even with the day before yesterday's action. I don't understand either. Just keep him out the courtroom. Just keep him out. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like, share the video if you can, and leave some feedback, okay? So we're going to get into this Sewer Rat. Sewer Rat. And we have Lisa, my dear, blessings to you. Blessings to you. All right, what Lisa says here. His true colors are coming out. Look at how he is staring at the judge. Like if he wasn't shackled, Lord knows what would happen. Exactly. If he wasn't shackled, I really feel sorry for her, because that was when you see somebody with these kind of eyes, oh, you better run. Haul ass. Get out of here. Oh, we got Pink Lady in the house. Hugs and kisses to you, beautiful. All right. So and BG coming up in here too. BG coming in. I know I'm doing a double decker today with the live. First I did the Kanye earlier and everything. Just I don't even know why I even bothered giving him time, but I just want to get that off my chest. It was pretty good because I like those girls, Queen of Cocktails. All right, Cocktail Queens, whatever the show's called, but I just love this show. All right, so BG, hugs and kisses to you, beautiful. All right, so let's get into the first one. All right, now this first clip I'm going to show you. All right, this first clip. Okay. All righty. All right, this first clip. And if I'm correct, I'm trying to do things in order of what happened on Friday. So work with me, y'all, okay? Now, this first clip is Miss Judge, Your Honor, Darrell shouts at the judge. I couldn't even believe it. I mean, this is insane. Let me stop talking. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's get it.
Now we're at the end of the third week of trial. These are your witnesses. I presume that you are prepared in whatever way that is.
How can I be prepared for? I'm not. So the witness is just supposed to get up there and I'm not
going to have this commentary. Okay, I'm done. The jury's coming out. Be prepared to call.
So that's a rush to judgment.
That is not a rush to judgment.
It is a rush to judgment.
The jury's
It's clearly
coming
a
in.
rush to judgment if I'm telling you that I don't have the
No,
file.
in my
How am I
opinion,
supposed?
you're attempting to delay. So
No,
let's
I'm not.
keep
I'm
going.
not attempting to delay nothing. You want to come check the boxes yourself? You always trying to pull some fast maneuvers.
Mr. Brooks,
And Miss Judge, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, the jury's coming in.
Yeah,
Show
and
respect to
they
the
deserve
jury.
to know this too. It's still issues that need to get addressed. We didn't even address everything.
Mr. Brooks, I addressed all of the issues.
No, I
You
still
know
had another one that didn't have nothing to do with nothing we just talked about.
All
There
right.
was a whole nother issue that needed to be addressed that I needed to
And we'll
bring on
address
the
it
record to
later.
your attention.
We'll address it later.
It needs to get addressed now before we go any further because it's an important matter. Just like the subject matter jurisdiction is important, that hasn't been proven on the record.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Just
this
like
is
the
not
rush to
the
judgment.
time for evidence to be presented or arguments to be made by the
I
parties.
can't
The
even
jury
present
will
any evidence. You won't let me even put
disregard
any evidence in the record.
all of these
Which
statements
is a
made
rush to
by
judgment.
Mr.
That's
Brooks at this
unfair.
time. All right.
That's unfair what
The
you're
court
doing.
will address legal matters outside the
Then we
presence.
need to
Everyone
address
can be
the legal
seated.
matter that I was trying to get to before
And
you
you
rush
may call your
everything
next
out.
witness, sir.
I'm not calling any witness until I get an answer, Your Honor. You're a public servant. You're
Mr. Brooks,
supposed to be able to answer simple questions.
Mr. Brooks,
If I'm saying I have to bring
call
it to
your
your
next
attention,
witness, please. That's the stage
I
that
have
we
to
are
bring
at.
it to your attention, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks,
I'm merely seeking
please
to
stop.
bring an issue to your
I'm
attention.
telling you to please, I'm asking you to please
And I'm
stop
asking you,
because
can
we have the
address?
jury present
I'm asking
and
you.
we need to continue with the evidentiary phase of this trial. Call your next
I'm
witness.
asking you to address a legal matter, as you said that those have to be taken up outside of the jury.
I will
There
do
was
that
a
at the
legal
next
matter.
break.
There was a legal matter that needed to be addressed beforehand,
I
so
will
we
do
don't
it.
have to take up time,
I will do
valuable
it at the
time
next break.
afterwards to address something that needs to be addressed now. That way,
Mr.
the
Brooks,
court and you
For the
yourself are
third
on
time,
notice.
I will address it at the next break. Call your next witness, please.
Are you asking me?
I'm directing you to call your next witness.
Your Honor, we're not going to move past this. Seeing as how you took an oath to protect the Constitution. I have your oath. I have a copy of your oath right here. The oath that you took, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, I'd like to continue with testimony.
Sir.
We have witnesses waiting for you. Please call.
Gaslighting to the max. How does he get away to talk to her like this every time in court? And you see, when you don't nip these people in the butt, it gets worse. That's why every day he goes to court, it gets worse and worse. Okay, let me resume, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Call your next witness.
The oath that you swore to protect the Constitution, which you are now not doing.
Mr. Brooks,
So you're
call
going
your
against
next
your
witness,
sworn
please.
oath. You're going against your sworn oath.
Mr. Brooks, call your next witness.
As you notify the jury every time when there's legal matters, we take them outside of their presence.
And we're going to take testimony right now. Call your next
I merely
witness.
seek to put you on notice on the record for something that needs to be brought to your attention and to the court's attention.
And I will address it at
That's
the
what
next
I'm
break.
merely seeking to do. It's something that shouldn't have to wait because it'll take up valuable time later. At least if I notify you right from the onset, you'll already know what we're looking at, and we can nip it in the bud before everything starts to roll. And
Mr.
then
Brooks,
it gets
I will
overlooked.
address it at the next break. If you want to write something down, that's fine, and give it to my clerk. I have nothing in writing. I know there's witnesses available and ready to go. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, Your Honor, you have to answer this question. You're
Mr.
making a
Brooks,
judicial determination.
Call your next witness, please.
You're rushing me to judgment, Your Honor.
There's no rush to judgment.
There is
here,
a rush
sir.
to judgment. If you won't address a legal issue that I informed you that I had some legal issues that needed to be addressed before you just run right past that, Your Honor. You're a public
Mr.
servant.
Brooks,
Are you not a
it
public
is
servant?
9:37. Call
It is
your
8:37.
Sorry, 8:37. You're right. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, you're rushing me to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment. Call your next witness,
We had
please.
a legal matter that needed to be addressed, and I'm merely trying to
And
notify the court.
Telling you
at
I'm
the
denying the
onset.
request to address it at this moment. Call your next witness.
You said what?
I'm denying your request to address it at this moment. Please
How
call.
can you deny
please-
something that we're supposed to do before
Mr.
the jury
Brooks.
even comes out?
Call your witness.
I'm not seeking to be disruptive. I'm just seeking to understand Why we do this
Everyone
every day.
is in the courtroom waiting for you. Please call your
Your
next
Honor,
witness.
we do this every single day. We've done it every single day. So I'm simply trying to make sure that the court is notified of
Put it
things
in
that need to
writing,
be
hand it to the
discussed.
bailiff, and if I deem it important enough to interrupt the witness, I will, but call your next witness.
How can I call a witness and write something down and do
You can
both?
take a minute
This
to
is the
write down what it is.
This
I'm
is
not
the
asking
reason
you
why
to,
it needed to be addressed beforehand.
Mr. Brooks,
That way
the
it
jury
doesn't
is
become an
remaining in
issue.
this courtroom. Call your next witness, please.
Your Honor, you're rushing me to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment, sir.
Are you not a public servant, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks,
Do I not have your oath of office?
under 90611, this court has the authority, as you know.
Do I not have,
Call,
is this not a copy, or I asked for certified copies that you said on record that you would not provide for no good reason, that these are three
sir,
of your
you are
oaths
doing this,
right
and I've
here.
repeatedly told you, you can see the jury's here. You're doing this.
Listen,
We need to go
I'm
forward.
I'm not attempting to delay the proceedings. I'm not attempting to be disruptive. I'm merely trying to notify Your Honor in the court for the record beforehand. That way, everyone's at least on notice of the issues that need to be taken up, instead of waiting until a break or a lunch and things of that nature, which kills
In my
valuable
discretion,
time.
it's my authority. It's the courtroom that I'm
Your Honor,
presiding over. I'm not going to address
is
that
this-
at this moment.
Is this not your
And
oath?
I'm not going to answer
Did you not
questions.
swear as a public servant that you would protect the
Mr.
United
Brooks,
States Constitution?
Call
Did you not do
your
that?
witness.
3 times. I have all of it here. Your oath, Your Honor, as a public servant. And
Mr.
now you're
Brooks,
rushing me to judgment
there's no
when
rush
I'm
to
doing
judgment.
things lawfully by trying to notify you and notify the court of issues that need to be addressed
Mr. Brooks,
beforehand.
We are in
These
the
were issues-
evidentiary phase of this trial.
Your Honor, you're
Call
rushing
your
me to
next
judgment.
witness.
You're rushing me to judgment, Your Honor. And I object
I'm
to
aware
that.
of 3 witnesses
I
who are
object-
here.
I object
Call
to
one
that.
of them, please.
Your Honor, I object to that.
Your objection's noted.
And I want a legal reconsideration of your ruling. If not, I reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling.
I understand.
I request a legal or factual basis for your ruling, a written judicial finding of fact and conclusion of law for your ruling. And if not that, an interlocutory, declaratory appeal for this matter. And if not, these need to be stayed until this matter is before a adjudicated court of competent jurisdiction, because we have not proven jurisdiction in this court as of yet. Subject matter jurisdiction has not even been proven on the record, Your Honor. I don't even know the true nature and cause of the
Mr.
charges
Brooks,
against me. I don't even understand that part
I
of it. I
understand
haven't
your
been
request.
provided a complaint. I haven't, Your Honor, there's so many issues.
Mr.
and
Brooks,
I'm not
we will
attempting-
take.
Sister Moon, I agree with you. He really needs to get a muzzle. I never seen such a thing. And Jack, you brought up a point, because if a lawyer would have did something like this, he would have been fined. You can't get away with this. Resume.
I'm not attempting to be disrespectful in any way.
We
I'm
need
not
to
attempting
continue.
to delay the proceedings.
Your
in any
requests
way.
are denied.
Your Honor, I
And I'm going to instruct the jury at this point to disregard and not consider any of what has just happened since you walked in. It should not be held against Mr. Brooks in any way. These are legal issues that this court may or may not need to address, but they do not bear in any way on ultimately the issues that these.
Okay, I'm going to show another clip. I just can't believe this. Yeah, Pink Lady, this is insane. How does he get away with this? The whole court. It's just insane. All right, there's some more clips. I'm going to try not to do so much talk so we can get through these clips, because you got to see this, especially when he had the ex-girlfriend on the stand. Oh yeah, he had an agenda. He had an agenda to devalue her, to hurt her, disgrace her. Oh my gosh, just a mess. All right, let's see what the next clip gonna be. Hold a second, let me show the next one. All right, another one of him showing himself too. Now this is him, the poor him, you know, pull out the violins. He feels entitled. Mm-hmm. You entitled to nothing, sir. You killed 6 people and injured several. Oh my God. One of the people that was on the stand, ladies and gentlemen, it was just so sad. I was like almost in tears. I might show that one. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. All right, let me show this clip here. Violins.
Your Honor, with all due respect, did the state have to put their witnesses in order and tell me?
It's irrelevant what the state did.
Did they have to do that?
They didn't need your assistance to do that.
Did they have to do it?
No, they did
I
not
don't have to be provided with. We're going to call this witness at this time,
but they're
this
able
witness at this
to
time.
contact
They
their
didn't have to do that, so why should I have
and
to do that?
accommodate their schedules. This is not about you. It's not about the state. It's about the witnesses.
It's about what's fair. It's about what's fair.
No, frankly, sir, it's about you trying to control what's happening in this court.
How am I controlling what's happening? I'm the one shackled to the table with
here's the
with a shock device on my ankles.
9:52.
So how's I'm trying to control anything? I just want this to be.
They need to start pressing that button, give him a little shock. Poor him. You hear how he's talking? It's all about him. Poor him. Okay? I'm the one who's shackled at this table. I just can't believe this. I just can't believe. Okay, resume.
Fair, and it hasn't been fair.
Mr. Brooks, it's fair.
No, it's not. If I have to do something that they don't have to do, how's that fair?
It's fair.
Explain to me how that's fair.
The process that has been set up to frankly help you.
No, it's not helping me it's helping the state by being able to say, if we know the time and we know the person and we know this, then we can be prepared. So we'll already be ready.
Mr. Brooks,
that was the whole aim of that.
And I would have had her come in later. You didn't want to answer that question.
There was no question. There was no question to answer. I did what you asked me to do, Your Honor. You said, yes, you did. You did. You asked me to give them my witness list.
Brooks,
I gave them my witness list. It's not my fault. It's not my fault they weren't going to be prepared to
Mr.
do
Brooks,
their
here's the deal.
to do
the
their
jury's
cross.
coming out, and I'm going to stand my ground on this.
I'm going to stand my ground too, but I'm not going to be disrespectful or disruptive. I'm just stating I want it to be fair.
When the jury comes back out, I'm releasing her from the subpoena.
You can't do that. Where's the lawful law? Where's the lawful law? I have the right to witnesses.
You have to cooperate with this process.
But I also have the Sixth Amendment right.
We have a witness available for you to call. I can require
it's
you
not
to
the witness
call
that
her
should have
right
been called at this time, Your Honor.
It is based on the list that you provided and
that didn't have a time. That didn't have a time or of.
I'm not going to play this game with you, sir.
It's not no game. That's what you don't seem to understand.
I believe that fully.
I don't care what you believe fully.
All right.
It's not a game. I don't take this as a game. That's what nobody. You don't got to explain nothing to me. That's what you don't understand. You think that this is a whole game to me. This is not a game to me, Your Honor. Nothing about this is a joke. That's what y'all don't understand.
But
and it's unfair. It's unfair and it's disrespectful to me that you think I would come in here purposely and treat this like a joke or a game.
I never said it was a joke.
What type of statement is that? Your life is not on the line. Mine is. And you think that I think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny whatsoever.
So I think, Your Honor, with all due respect, I think you should show some respect.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. And when we come back, the jury's coming out and you need to call your next witness. Thank you. We are in recess.
No, you're not rushing me to judgment. I don't care.
Did he just tell the judge, you need to show me some respect? You see, ladies and gentlemen, certain jobs come with a lot of respect. When you're a judge, you're a principal, you're a police officer, you're the president of the United States, it automatically comes with respect, even though you don't really like them, but you still have to respect them. And I'm not saying worship them like they God or kiss up to them, but they deserve that title of respect because they worked hard to be there. There's no way I could sit up there, go to college for so many years to become a lawyer and paying all these student loans, passing bars and everything, and let this little sewer mouse talk to me that way in the courtroom? That's all I have to say. Mm-hmm. What Pink Lady said, who is he talking to? Put him out. Exactly. You gotta go, sir. Oh, but she does put him out for a few minutes and then comes right back. You'll see. It's just a joke. All right, I'm gonna show another clip. Standing up being confrontational. Oh no, sir. That's threatening, right? Right, Pink Lady? That's threatening. If somebody stand up like that's very threatening, how is he getting away with this? All right, Lisa, my dear says yes. Please put him out of the courtroom. Why is he yelling at the judge? So disrespectful and getting away with it, Lisa. That's the thing about it, and getting away with it. All right, no respect. 100. I see this every day. Yeah, every day. Okay, now I'm gonna show another clip, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's show another one. All right, let me set it up here. Alrighty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this clip that I'm showing here, correct? This one here is a longer clip, okay? So, get comfortable and stuff and listen. I want y'all to really focus on this. And the reason why I want you to really focus on this, because this is the clip when he puts the I hope I'm doing this right. When he puts the ex-girlfriend on the stand. When she was on the stand before with the prosecution, now she's coming back again because he called her back as a witness. See what I'm saying? But he had an agenda. And I think this is one of the biggest reasons why he wanted to represent himself. It was because he wanted to attack her. See, this is what these narcissists, these sociopathic people do. You cannot seem to get rid of them. They always want to come back to haunt you, to embarrass you, to ruin you. When you see these signs in these people, you have to get away with them. You just have to cut them off. I don't care if it's your intimate partner, your friends, your family member, and your children. Your co-workers, just got to cut them off. You got to keep a distance. You got to gray rock them or something quick, because they don't do nothing but ruin you and drive you insane. And some of these people are so dangerous that they can kill you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they can kill you. But all right, let's get into this clip. Ready? Focus. Watch everything. I might pause now and then, but I want to see, make sure that y'all catching everything, okay? Let's get it.
I would just note Attorney Opper's not at the table, but I presume she'll be back shortly. I will be advising the clerk to have the jurors brought out. And then I'll ask you, sir, to call the defense next witness.
Can we address subject matter jurisdiction and still has to be proven for the record?
I decline to do so. Your objection is noted.
Is the audio on?
Your objection is noted for the record.
Is the audio on?
Yes, it's on, sir. It's on.
So we're not going to address subject matter jurisdiction that has yet to be proven for the record.
For the record, I have addressed it.
No, you haven't
And
proven it
there's
for
a
the
written,
record.
and your objection's noted for the
Have
record.
you proven subject matter jurisdiction for the record? Have you proven it? Has the prosecution proven it?
Oh, okay. Email that to her and print it out.
So that's your judicial determination that you don't have to answer that, Your Honor, being a public servant?
I was talking to my clerk. I didn't hear what you asked. The jury's coming in.
You heard what I asked.
I actually did not.
Come on, Your Honor, come on.
Okay, today is June 1st.
Come on now. We got to cut that out. You know you have to prove subject matter jurisdiction. You know that. You have to honor your oath of office. You know that.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. The defense may call its next witness, please.
Give 1 second. I'm trying to make sure I got the paperwork since I'm being rushed to judgment.
Exactly, Lisa. Exactly.
Oh, there you go.
Do we have my girl Deve up in the house? Raining woman, hugs and kisses to you, beautiful. Good to see you. And how you doing, girl? Have you been watching this trial, or you just peeping in now, catching everything?
All right.
Go ahead.
Defense calls Erica Patterson.
Thank you. We'll have her brought in.
Since I'm being rushed to judgment.
Sister Moon, I totally agree with you. Oh, he's done. This little sewer rat looked like a gremlin. He looked like a light-skinned gremlin. I'm gonna pull up a picture of a gremlin. You'll see what I'm talking about, the comparison. Look at him taking his sweet time. He know what he's doing.
Good morning, Ms. Patterson. If you would please make your way to the witness stand, which is on my right. You may recall it's up a riser. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand, and my coach, Teresa, who's across from you and on my left, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Thank you. Please be seated. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record.
I have to pause for a second. She is absolutely beautiful. She has such pretty cheeks. She's just a doll. Why did you waste your time with this man? But she was young. She just didn't know. See, this is what I be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. As parents, you have to teach your kids to date smart, not thirsty, and to be careful the ones you choose. But then again, might have been a situation she learned from her mother. Bad choices, and your children will follow the same footsteps. Let's resume. Let's get into this one because this one is kind of long here. So sit back and watch it. You need to watch all the signs. She is so beautiful. She just is cute. Look at her hair. It's a doll. A doll.
Erica Patterson.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Oh, they wasn't spelling the name?
I believe it's on the record from previously, but go ahead. You can spell your first and last names, please.
ErikaPatterson.
Just 1 second, Your Honor. I'm trying to find some relevant paperwork here.
You know what? I just did so much growing since
I'm sorry about that. 1 second. I'm trying to find this paperwork. Just had it on the table.
When you're ready.
Okay, I'm just going to say a little brief recap, but people can read the description. Okay, Barbara was asked, and sorry about being ignorant, but what was the man charged for? No problem asking real quick. I'll just say is this man, this monster, his name is Sewer Rat, Darrell Brooks. A year ago, over the Christmas holiday, he took his mother's vehicle, a red SUV, and drove through a parade. And he killed 6 people. One of them was a child that was 8 years old. But before he did that, he beat up his girlfriend. That's the girlfriend that's on the stand. He beat her up. I believe he slapped her, punched her in the eye. He beat her up. I think they called the cops or something. He took the car and he drove through the parade and killed people and wounded several people. So that's the update. Let's get back to it.
Did you print that off for me? Did you email?
Okay, Barbara. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
I'm just gonna start the questioning. I'm not seeming to find paperwork that I just had on the table for some reason, odd reason.
Did you catch what he said? So basically now he's trying to accuse the people in the courtroom for taking his stuff off the desk. Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Miss Patterson.
Good morning.
So what do you do for a living?
I have my CNA certificate.
I'm gonna direct your attention to the evening of November 21st, 2021. Do you recall what you were doing that evening?
I was hanging out with my friend Corey at Frame Park. I had spoken to you, Mr. Darrell Brooks. You came out there at Frame Park and met me after Miss Corey separated from me with her friend. Me and you got into an argument.
Whoa. Pursuant to the question?
I am answering your question.
I was referring to the judge.
I was hanging out
I
with
think
Miss
that kind of
Corey.
got a little ahead of.
Oh, Mr. Brooks, just I'll let you interrupt the answer and you can ask a follow-up. I apologize. I was instructing the clerk to turn up the volume. So go ahead, ask your question.
Same question?
Sure.
What were you doing the evening of November 21st, 2021, before linking up with the alleged defendant?
Hanging with my roommate at the time at Frame Park.
And what were you and your roommate doing?
We covered this ground during her testimony previously.
Objection and grounds for, I object to that and grounds for the objection on behalf of the state.
Mr. Brooks, we did cover many of these topics previously, so if there's new topics, please go to those. I'll give you a little bit of leeway to lay some foundation, but go ahead, ask your question.
That's what
the objection is from the state is overruled. Do you remember the question?
You asked me what was I doing at the park with Corey? Is that your question?
Yes.
We were drinking. I was drinking Mike's hard beverage.
Do you recall around what time of the evening it was when you and your roommate arrived at the park?
I do not remember. We left where we were staying a little around afternoon. A little bit around afternoon.
Do you recall having any phone interactions during that time when you and your roommate were at the park?
Phone interaction, yes.
Do you recall who they were with?
You.
What do you mean by you?
Darrell Brooks.
The stories were true.
This isn't a dream.
Is that usually the name you refer to the alleged defendant by?
Nope.
Would it be fair to say that during those phone interactions, there was a talk of you guys meeting up? Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Do you recall, to the best of your recollection, what time that would have been at?
No, I don't remember. It was throughout the day.
I'm sorry, are you making references to the phone conversations being throughout the day?
Yes.
Exactly, Barbara. Imagine the horror. That poor girl was abused by this man and now has to be interrogated by him. Exactly. He know what he's doing. He knows. Resume.
And so at some point, would it be fair to say that you did meet up with the alleged defendant?
Yes.
Do you recall what time that was?
I just told you no.
Do you recall if you were still at the park during that time or had you moved locations?
Still at the park?
And was your roommate still present with you at that time?
No, she left. We went separate ways. I stayed at the park and she went her other way with her friend.
Do you recall who that friend was?
Nick?
I'm assuming, or let me back that up. Would it be fair to say that at some point during the meetup with the alleged defendant, things got a little chaotic? That'd be fair to say?
Yes.
And do you recall if at that point you were still at the park?
When we met up,
Yes.
well, we were at the park for a second, then we drove around.
Where did you drive to?
Around then me and you, Mr. Brooks, were arguing in the car. We went up this it's a street, it's like a hill. Went up there, and then me and you got into an altercation. I got out of the car, walked back towards Frame Park.
Oh, wait, again.
Hold on, she's answering your question. You
Okay.
asked her where you drove from. Go ahead.
What?
Finish.
Yes, ma'am. And then I was walking down the street when I left your car. And that's when you followed me, and I walked back towards Frame Park. And you were following me.
Made reference to walk back to Frame Park.
I don't know the exact street name. It was the walk back down the hill. I don't know the exact street name.
Did you at any time, sorry, did you at any time during your travels back to Frame Park, did you at any time notice that there was something going on in the area?
No. When I got to Frame, I was too worried about walking back to Frame Park. When I got to Frame Park after I left it, that's when I realized there's something going on.
And did you ever arrive back at Frame Park?
Yes.
And what did you do when you arrived back at Frame Park?
I called my friend Corey and told her that me and Mr. Brooks got into an altercation. Mr. Brooks was following me. I went back to the SUV, the car, and you argued with me somewhere. I walked back across the street, and by that time, Miss Corey had walked towards us to meet up with me.
You made reference to you calling your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall? Well, let me back up a little bit. Did you call your friend Corey or the friend that she had left you to hang out with?
Corey's phone, I kept calling her phone. Her phone kept going to voicemail, and I called Nick's phone. He put Corey on the phone. I said, Darrell Brooks had just hit me.
You see how he's taking his time? He knows what he's doing.
To the day prior, November 20th of 2021. Do you recall what you were doing that day?
Well, where I was staying at the shelter at first, I was arguing still with Mr. Brooks all throughout the day. Me and Corey had left, and Corey and I stepped away, and I went back to Frame Park. On the Frame Park, that's where I met you at. Me and you also got into argument that day, but we didn't drive around. We're at the Frame Park.
So you're saying that you and the alleged defendant were together the day of November 20th, 2021?
Yes.
Do you recall around what time that was?
I do not remember.
And you stated you were briefly with your friend Corey that day?
Yeah, but she went a whole different direction. She didn't come to Frame Park with me. She turned on a whole different street right before Frame Park.
Let me say is real quick, why did he beat her up? Because he called up, he wanted some money. See, he's one of those broke dusties. He wanted some money, and she didn't give him no money, so he beat her up. See what I'm talking about? Ladies, we have to pick better choices when it comes to men. You can't, but she was young, and we're gonna get into that one. I know Rain and Woman, she brought that up too. We're gonna get into that one. Resume.
Do you recall at any time on November 21st of 2021 being interviewed by a Detective Guth?
Yep.
And do you recall giving a recorded report at that time?
I don't remember.
Do you recall if you had given Detective Goof all the details of the alleged incident on November 20th of 2021?
I didn't give him all the details, but I did the next day when I seen him.
Funny. Were you aware that it was reported there was in fact no incident on November 20th, 2021?
That's not true.
Objection. Move to strike the answer and the question.
Grounds.
Lack of personal knowledge. Hearsay.
Sustained. I'll strike the question and the answer. The reason stated, sir, rephrase, or
So can I show the witness the same paperwork that I attempted to show?
no.
And why not?
Not relevant.
How's it not relevant when that was just testified to? Wouldn't that be opening the door?
No. Next question.
Any reason why it would be reported no incident happened on November 20th of 2021?
Same objection.
Grounds.
Since facts not in evidence, sustained.
Grounds for the sustain.
The record speaks for itself.
So upon speaking to Detective Goof during the first interview, do you recall why you were not forthright with information?
It wasn't that I was not forthright. I just didn't tell him everything right away.
No problem, Jackie.
Why
Gotcha.
not?
I don't know, Mr. Brooks.
When speaking with a law enforcement officer, would it be fair to say that you should be truthful and honest?
I was very truthful. I just didn't tell him everything at once. Till the next day, Mr. Brooks.
And in the alleged incident on November 20th of 2021, were you injured?
No. Well, you did hit me a little, both like little.
Were you injured?
No, I didn't have any marks on me. Is that what you're asking?
So where were you injured?
By my lip?
Objection. Ms. Stacy Evans.
Grounds.
I believe the witness understood the question. She answered it. It may stand.
Did your roommate observe any injuries from the alleged incident on November 20th, 2021?
She knew about it, but there's nothing visible on my face.
Do you know if your roommate had spoken with law enforcement about these alleged incidents from November 20th of 2021 and November 21st of 2021?
I don't know.
Did she ever tell you yourself that she was interviewed by any law enforcement?
I don't remember.
One second. So what time did you meet up with the alleged defendant on November 20th, 2021?
I don't remember.
Morning time? Evening
Afternoon.
time? I didn't hear that.
Afternoon.
And what were you doing prior to the alleged meeting up with the alleged defendant?
Objection.
Grounds.
Asked and answered.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain.
Asked and answered.
When?
Next question, please.
When was it answered? So to the best of your recollection, you can't recall why an alleged incident on November 20th of 2021 was reported to have never happened.
Objection.
Grounds.
Same reasons as the previous objections.
Since facts not in evidence, mischaracterizes her prior testimony and irrelevant.
I object to that respectfully.
I had to pause. What did Jackie said? I think there are people on Facebook out here having drinking contests for every time he says grounds. You know that they got to be drunk within an hour. You know, I should be laughing, but you're right. Objection. What grounds? That's what he says all day. Oh my God, this man is insane. But this poor girl. Reason. Well, at least you won't have to deal with him no more. Reason.
And
Next
ask for a
question.
legal finding of fact and a legal reconsideration of that ruling, Your Honor.
Denied. Noted for the record. Next question, please.
I'm trying to figure out how something got pulled out of thin air. Interesting. So it would be fair to say that you have a child in common with the alleged defendant. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Yeah, is that the only child in common?
Yes.
You have any other children?
Objection.
There's
Grounds.
nothing to do with the case. Sorry.
Hold on, there's
Mr.
been an objection, not relevant. Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain?
The record speaks for itself. Next question.
What was the record speaking for itself? I didn't hear it.
Not relevant.
How's it not relevant?
Next question, please.
How's it not relevant?
See, ladies and gentlemen, he's trying to embarrass her. Do you have other children? Listen to the questions. This piece of slime ball, you sewer rat. Your mama should have never had you. Mommy and daddy laid down and had Satan. Lucifer. Resume.
The child that you have in common with the alleged defendant.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing, but these comments, y'all killing me. Barbara said, well, there's going to be a lot of Facebook users out there with liver damage. I can't with y'all. I resume. I'm sorry. I resume.
How old is that child?
15.
Do you keep regular contact with that child?
Off and on.
Describe what you mean by off and on.
I'll object.
Grounds.
This is not relevant.
Not relevant. Sustained.
Grounds.
It's not relevant, sir.
Great point, Rainy Woman.
Yes.
You watch, you noticed that.
Next question, please.
And the child in common that you have with the alleged defendant. Does that child live with you?
No.
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevant.
Grounds.
Sustained, not relevant. You don't have to answer that.
Now he's trying to pin her up as a bad mother. You see? This is what these narcs and sociopaths do, ladies and gentlemen. The gentlemen's out there too.
Do any of your children live with you?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevant.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain?
Not relevant.
That goes to the credibility, Your Honor. So how's it not relevant?
He asks her, does any kids live with you? Well, let's ask you a question. Any kids live with you? Will you pay your child support? Oh, you want to be 30-something, pushing 40, trying to be a rapper? Get a life. Resume.
The objection has been sustained.
For relevancy. I object to that and would like to inform you that I intend to appeal that decision unless you want to give a legal reconsideration of that ruling.
Noted for the record, I direct your attention to 906.16, and the basis for the objection being sustained is it does not fall within the categories listed. Next question.
Is that lawful law?
Next question, please, sir.
I'm getting there. This is lawful law.
Wisconsin State Statute 906.16.
That doesn't answer my question, but okay. Where did you meet the alleged defendant?
Reno, Nevada.
How long have you known the alleged defendant?
16 years.
You made reference to meeting in Nevada. Do you recall where you met at in Nevada?
No, I don't remember.
In relation to the alleged incident on November 21st of 2021, would it be fair to say that there's been no contact between you and the alleged defendant?
Not since then, no.
That last answer was kind of low. Did you say no?
I said no, not since then.
So that would mean, assuming that would mean no contact at all via phone or anything like that.
No.
So my question would be, I don't know if you can see them from here, but do you recognize these pictures?
You need to show those to the state. The bailiff will take them.
You see this clown pulled out these pictures? I knew he was up to something. It never fails with these narcs and these sociopaths, these cluster B personalities. Resume.
It's not proper procedure, sir.
I'm going to object to those being shown as a witness. They have no relevance whatsoever to this trial.
Yes, they do. And I'm getting to how they have relevance.
They've also never been disclosed to the state before this moment.
Sustained.
The people that's coming in, welcome to Donna Just Being Real. The people that's in the bushes, thank you for being here. Thank you for being, respectful. And let's watch more of this crap. This man is insane. Did you see what he just did? Make sure everybody hit the like. Resume.
Sustain why?
Not relevant.
They are relevant. It creates foundation. And I can prove that.
I'll take up the issue outside the presence of the jury at the conclusion of this witness, and if need be, bring the witness back in. But next question, please.
And these need to be offered into evidence as well. You stated that there's been no contact. How would the alleged defendant obtain photographs from you if there's been no contact?
Objection.
Grounds.
Fact, not in evidence.
Grounds.
Sustained. Assumes facts not in evidence, not relevant.
How's it not relevant? Photos just don't pop up out of the blue.
Mr. Brooks assumes facts not in evidence,
No,
and at
facts.
this point,
I got the pictures
conduct
right here.
after
Facts.
the alleged date of violation here, it's not relevant.
Alleged violation.
You're
For the record.
correct. After the date charged, that the dates that are charged for these allegations, you are absolutely correct.
Thank you. Have you, since the evening of November 21st of 2021, have you attempted to contact the alleged defendant?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
I'm going to excuse the jury. I'll rise for the jury. Thank you. Be seated.
Oh, for funny. Your Honor, I find it.
Hold on. All right, sir, I'm going to let you make an offer of proof as to why you believe the photographs and the questioning about contact after the alleged incident is relevant.
It's relevant because these were sent by the witness.
I'm gonna pick up the speed just a little bit on here. If it's annoying that you want the regular speed, just put in the comment section. Let me know. I'm gonna speed up a little bit to 1.25.
Assumes a fact, not an evidence, but
You
what
want
is,
the letter
hold
too?
on. Tell me the basis you believe there's been communication and why you believe it's relevant to her testimony.
It's relevant because it was testified to her first time testifying, and then also by what's the last guy, Guth, that he was told that the witness was supposed to be so deeply afraid of me and all this type of stuff. So if you're so deeply afraid and worried about somebody and this and that, why would you seek
Do
to
you
have
want
contact?
to open up the door to the other act's evidence of
That's
you
not
using-
opening.
No.
That's not
Hear me
opening the
out.
door.
Hear me out. Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
These witnesses have been incredibly careful to abide by my rulings. Sometimes in a court of law, when there are pretrial rulings, the testimony of a witness needs to be said in such a way not to run afoul of that. This witness, Detective Guth, I believe Detective Casey and others, Corey Runkle, and even Nicholas Kirby yesterday, this court has all had to stop them so that they didn't run afoul, or they stopped themselves so that they didn't run afoul of the court's pretrial ruling on other acts evidence between you and this witness. And I've been very, very careful to make sure that doesn't come in. But if you keep questioning her about whether she's afraid or not, or why she wouldn't
question
have
her about
contact
that.
or not,
I didn't
you are
question her about
opening
that.
the door to that testimony. All of my
How
rulings
does-
have
how
been
does-
made to prevent
how
what
does
could be
this
seen
work?
as prejudicial evidence. The standard's not prejudicial. The standard's whether it's unfairly prejudicial.
It's
But
unfairly
you can
prejudicial.
open the door
Your
to
Honor,
that,
It's
sir.
unfairly prejudicial that I have a document stating that November 20th never even happened, but yet and still the witness can
Have
get on
you
the
turned
stand
that
and lie on the
document
stand.
over to the state?
Come on, man. Y'all know that's not right.
It
Y'all know that's not right.
Then you need to immediately turn it over to the state right now. It may become relevant, but no one has seen it. When
So-
did you receive the
so that's- so
document?
what-
Hold on. When did you?
when-
I'm having you make an offer. When did you receive the
Okay,
document?
but that I just want to state for the record, Your Honor, that's kind of biased because the state did the same thing yesterday with creating an exhibit right on the fly that didn't even exist that I didn't have. But
That's
then,
not true. That's a
no,
misstatement of the
that is
evidence.
true.
No.
She said it herself.
No, marking an exhibit is not creating an
No,
exhibit.
not marketing exhibit. She said
We're
that
not going to go
essentially-
down a tangent, sir.
All right,
I'm going
I'm
to
not gonna
focus
argue
on
with
this,
you,
and I'm
but
going to
it's
give
not
you the
fair.
opportunity
It's
to
not
make
fair.
a record.
It's not
All right.
fair. It's not fair.
When did you receive this document that you claim was sent by this witness?
It is not claimed. It's for a fact.
Sir, it hasn't been established yet. I need to make a
So
record.
y'all want
I
the
wanna
letter?
see
Y'all want
the letter.
internet? What?
I want to see the letter.
Okay, so I got.
And I wanna know when you received it.
I got to bring that in. Every time this is what I don't get. Every time I'm presenting something that needs to be made for the record and placed in the evidence, it's a problem. But the state can do it, no problem.
It's not, sir. There are proper procedures, and I
Okay,
want
well,
you to
that
make
was the
a
proper
record.
procedure.
If you don't make a record,
So
then
what?
I can't make a
It
ruling.
threw people off.
You know, why do you feel so entitled? You're entitled to nothing. You killed 6 people. One of them was an 8-year-old child. You wounded several dozens of people. And then you traumatized several people that to this day, they're going to have PTSD for the rest of their lives. But he doesn't care because everything is about him. See, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to these cluster B personality disorders, it's all about them. All right, let's have a little lesson right now. Okay, this is time for class. Get your pens and paper. A sociopath has little regards for another person's emotions, rights, or experiences. They lack remorse for their actions and they act in a way that shows no regard for others, including lying, cheating, manipulating. Some people with this condition are very sly about their conduct. Others are quite deceptive. Okay? All right, because my channel, anybody who's new and the people that's in the bushes and stuff, my channel is more of like a educational teaching channel. I want to teach people about certain things, about date smart, not thirsty, be aware of these toxic people and stay the hell away from them. Okay, now let's get into something about gaslighting. Okay, I hope you got your pens and papers. Write it down. Okay, gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in their victim's mind. That's what he's trying to do to the judge. That's what he's trying to do to everybody in the courtroom. Okay, that's his whole goal. This is what he's trying to do. Typically, gaslighters are seeking to gain power and control over the other person. That's what he's trying to do to the judge. That's what he's trying to do to the courtroom by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition. That's what he's trying to do to the judge. That's what he's trying to do to the courtroom. He knows he's going to jail. He knows it. But his whole goal is he's going to try to mess with your head, is mind games. And I know behind the scenes, I'm not trying to put down this judge and everything, but I know behind the scenes in that courtroom, they are talking about her behind her back because they're trying to figure out why you letting this man disrespect you constantly on this stand. And you're not doing nothing. The proof is right there. The proof is there, how he's being disrespectful. She's not doing anything wrong. She gets rid of him. Nothing wrong. Resume. All right, class is over. No, class is continuing, but let's just watch the rest of this. Resume.
Off loop, they weren't ready for it. They scared of it. That's what it is. Come on, man.
Mr. Brooks.
Come on, man. Stop.
When you
Stop
are
it.
you aren't
Stop
even
it. You're a
letting me
public
ask the
servant, Your Honor.
questions.
I respect your courtroom. I respect you. You're a public servant, though. Your job is to be the referee. Is it or is it not?
I'm sorry, I had to add something else for class. A lot of these sociopaths, they always think that they smarter than you. Okay, I don't care what position you have, they think they're smarter than you. That's why he's attacking the judge, because she's a judge. She has a high position. So his thing is, I'm going to come here, I'm going to show you I'm smarter than you. That's why he brought out the paperwork talking about, well, didn't you sign this? And you're supposed to uphold the law, blah, 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 blah. You see, he's attacking her. This is what they do. And what you should do is pull him to the side. Get rid of him. Put him into the other room. Like she did one time. You put him in the room. I guess she didn't keep him long enough. Just let him stay over there. Yeah, keep him over there. Oh, well. I don't know. I didn't go to school for law. I don't have no degrees in law. I don't know what it is. But I just know one thing. A judge has a lot of power when it comes to the courtroom. I guess she's just trying to be, very fair and very honest and everything. I understand. But you do not have to let this man, insult you or whatever. We all know at the end of the day, he's going to go to jail. He's going to go to prison. And they're going to get you. They're going to get you good. Okay, resume.
You stated so yourself on record that your job is being the umpire.
Your Honor, I asked Ms. Addison to be excused.
Yes, you can be excused.
My apologies too, but it needs to be some truth. Especially when we're talking about stuff that didn't even happen, but they're allowed to get on the stand and say that it happened when they know it didn't happen.
So I'm going to make a record about what
This
he's
is
referring
ridiculous,
to
man.
in count 77. Okay.
And what happened to that paper? Because it was on the table. Then when
Mr.
I come
Brooks,
back in,
I need to make a record of a variety of
So who
things.
took my paper?
And you keep interrupting me repeatedly today. I have shown an abundance of patience this morning. I've warned you repeatedly about being removed from the courtroom. And then every time I try to get into it, you, meaning an explanation and make a record, you interrupt, you attempt to divert everyone from what is being done this very second.
I didn't attempt to do anything.
Yes, you.
I know I keep pausing, ladies and gentlemen, but I have to do it. Like I said, I'm a teaching channel. Okay, Barbara just said something. He also attacking, excuse me, he's also attacking the judge because he is the type of person that sees a female being beneath a male. Exactly. That's another thing too. That's why he's attacking her, because she's a female and she has power. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like females. That's why he beats on his females. And another thing I want to say is, one thing about these sociopaths and these narcissists, what they do, they study you. They watch you. They find any weakness in you and they use that as a weapon against you. He studied her. He know what he's doing. I mean, these people might be clowns and insane, but they actually very smart. But they just use it in a destructive way. They use it for, the devil's tools. Because I think these people is a bunch of devils. They're the devil's helpers. That's what I call them, the devil's helpers. Okay, so he watched her. He watched her during the hearing. He sees what she's all about. And he realized, hey, I say this and I get away with it. She just talks to me like I'm, she's a preschool teacher. Because that's what she's acting like, as a preschool teacher. And this is why he's doing the things that he's doing in the courtroom. Yes, I know at the end of the day, he's going to go to prison. But this is your courtroom. And I'm not trying to insult her. I think she's gorgeous. She's a doll too. You know what I mean? She's doing the best she can. She's doing the best that she is. And she's, been doing this for a while. I did a little bit of research. I think she's been doing this for like 12 years or something like that. I'm going to try to pull up the picture of her and her husband and her family. I'm going to pull that up while y'all watch this, okay? All right. What else? Rainy Woman said something here, and I'm gonna go back to it. She's doing everything she can to prevent a successful mistrial. You have a point. All right. And yes, he hates authority, especially female authorians. Exactly. All right. Barbara says, as Zing, I agree, and I do believe that this is the whole agenda, is to force a mistrial. Oh yes, that is his agenda. Oh, yes. Resume.
You do it repeatedly, sir.
Whatever.
So you're doing it once again.
Whatever. Just make your record.
The document that Mr. Brooks wanted to show Detective Guth and this witness was a letter sent from the state of Wisconsin to the court regarding count 77. The state sought to dismiss that count, and they have prosecutorial discretion. And I granted the request that the charge be dismissed.
Why was the charge dismissed?
And I can't answer. It was dismissed because the request was made, sir. They don't need a reason. There's an abundance of case law about prosecutorial discretion. And they chose not to pursue that. My guess is maybe to simplify things and to keep this tidy. I don't know. You know what? I'll indulge you. Attorney Upper, would you like to provide a basis for why the state sought dismissal of that charge prior to the start of this trial?
Yes, Your Honor, because as Ms. Patterson just testified a short while ago, she did not have any visible marks or injuries from that event. And we did have the photographs of her injuries. We did not want to confuse the record as to whether or not there was a battery that occurred on November 20th.
Your Honor, I object to that. What does the letter read?
You have the letter. You showed it to me, sir.
And I've been trying to find it ever since I came back in, and now all of a sudden I can't.
And now you're impugning, though, like somehow you're impugning the integrity of this court, of the bailiffs of the state. You're accusing, frankly, everyone of moving your papers.
Did I point the finger at anyone? Did I say anyone did anything?
Not directly, but indirectly you did.
So how can you make the assumption that I'm saying?
Can I please make the record without you interrupting me?
Yes, you may. I apologize.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But you made repeated comments, sir, about I can't find my documents. I don't know what happened, things of that nature. When you came back out, you took multiple minutes before you even asked your first question of Ms. Patterson. And if I need to, I'll have a bailiff put on the record that no one touched your table.
Your Honor, did I say anyone touched my table? I didn't.
You implied it, sir.
But did I say that?
You stated it implicitly.
I never asked the bailiff, hey, did anyone of you touch my table? I never said that to them. I just said, I can't find my paper, which is the truth.
And the way that you said it, like,
I didn't point anyone out, though.
And like, well,
I don't
that's
think
kind
that's
of
fair.
interesting.
I
I
don't
don't
think
have a
that's fair to
document that was
assume.
just on my table. That is what you said.
That's
Words
what
to
I
that
said,
effect.
but I did not point the finger at anyone.
So
I
you
can see
have
if
the
I
letter.
came in, Your Honor, with
You've
all
been
respect,
given.
I can see if I came in and said, hey, why don't you move something off my table? Or if I would have directed that towards the state, or if I directed that towards the clerks or something like that, then that would be more of validity to what you're saying.
I need to continue with the record, sir. It's very apparent to me, sir, that every time, I can't say every time because that would be an absolute, but many times throughout this trial, and especially the last 2 days, when the court makes a ruling that you disagree with, or I want to make a record about some behavior of yours, or a further record about a ruling that you that was not in your favor, that you start peppering me with questions or comments, statements. You question me about the law. You ask, is it verified law? It is, from my perspective, a clear attempt to kind of turn us in a direction away from what we're doing, perhaps even to stall and to delay.
I'm sorry.
That's my perspective. That I'm making a rule. You're doing it again.
I mean, because it has no validity.
So I am trying to make a record outside the presence of the jury about a line of questioning you want to ask Ms. Patterson. Now, I've reviewed repeatedly up on the bench 90608 and 90616, which are two of the primary ways you can attack credibility. I've referenced one of those previously. 90608 is evidence of character and conduct of a witness. I'm not going to read through it all, but it's limited to character for truthfulness or untruthfulness. It's not specific instances of conduct. It's character evidence, which frankly wouldn't even come from the witness who's testifying. All right. Then there's the statute on bias, 90616. All right. And none of the questions, as I heard them, went to a permissible topic under bias of witnesses. You generally said credibility. You did not give me any further explanation as to why you believed it was relevant to credibility. Now we have you claiming that there's some document that was sent by the witness after the charges were filed that apparently contained photographs. And you can clarify the record momentarily when I'm done, that you believe goes to the credibility of this witness. So I need to ask a few questions about that, sir, to determine whether it has relevance to those issues. Number one, when did you receive this letter?
I received this multiple letters, actually, over a period of time. It wasn't, I referred to this one because this one had pictures. But
and why do you believe it was from Ms. Patterson?
To answer your question with clarity.
Thank you. Does it have a date on it, the letter?
No, I didn't bring the letter. I brought the pictures. Because I thought, from my interpretation, I thought showing the pictures would be okay. How did I get these? So my mind was saying, show the pictures. They didn't come out of thin air. The witness knows that they sent me the pictures. They know that.
Well, again, it assumes facts that aren't here. You're assuming this witness sent it. I don't know. But even if she did, what relevance does it have to her credibility before this jury?
It goes to the credibility because she's put on this facade of being so afraid of someone, but yet still, you know that we're not supposed to have contact, but you still sneaking behind and saying, oh, I wonder how you're doing. And oh, this and this and that. Oh,
I don't think she's ever said she was afraid. I think that was the officers who may have stated that, but I don't believe she ever said that. She specifically said today when you asked her, why did you, it was either why did you go back or why did you have, I'll look at my notes. And she said, I don't know.
This is a picture of her husband and her 2 sons and her lovely daughter. This is a picture of their family. I can't remember exactly what the husband do. Happy Father's Day. No matter how they vote on Tuesday, I salute to all the active fathers in 33rd District. But he does something. I think something with Homeland Security. I think her husband do. Not quite sure. Okay, resume.
Why weren't you forthright with all the details? That was the question.
So again, I'm going to ask you, even if this letter's from her, these pictures are from her, how does it relate to her credibility before the jury?
Who else could these pictures be from?
I'm going to ask you point blank. Did you get a letter that's signed from her?
What do you mean signed? No,
how do you know?
Letters.
What's your belief? Why do you have a belief that they are from her?
Exactly, Barbara.
That's my question. Why do you believe the letters are from Erica Patterson?
Because they were sent from Erica Patterson. Why else would I?
Were they signed by her?
What do you mean signed?
Did she write her name on the letter? Was it the
Are
content
you
of the
kidding
letter? No, I'm not kidding you. I need to make a record, sir. You're making a statement that these letters are from her and that they're relevant to her credibility.
Your Honor, I'm going to go out on a limb here.
And I'm asking you why you hold that opinion.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume, which I know is true, you've never been in my position. You've never been in jail. So you've never received a letter from someone writing someone in jail. No one is going to...
Here we go with the violence again.
Why you believe they're from Miss Patterson? Is there some information in them that only she would know? Did she sign the letters? Is it penmanship that you recognize? Why do you believe they're from her as opposed to somebody else sending you information? Could be your mom, could be, I'm just saying, could be anybody else. You got to answer my question. It's called an offer of proof.
But you still got to understand why this is mind-boggling to me. Like, how I got a child with this woman. Why would I not know her handwriting?
But you have to lay a foundation for these letters, sir. That might be through your own testimony. So that I'm trying to figure out why you believe they're from her, not all this other stuff about I'm in jail and I have a child. I'm trying to I need to know. It's called an offer of proof.
Are you serious?
What do you believe? Why do you believe they're from her? I am serious.
Because they're from her.
But you're assuming.
Like how else am I supposed to answer that?
I've given you a few reasons why it would lend to that opinion.
So it has to be put in a legal
The
term.
bottom line is I need the letter. So if you're going to question her on that, the state absolutely has a right to see the letter. So you need to provide that letter. The bottom line is I'm not going to allow any questioning without having that letter. So the state has the ability to question you about that or question this witness and to look at the veracity of what your claims are here. So I may take an early lunch. If that's in your cell, then you can go get it and bring it. But without that letter, I'm not allowing this line of questioning. Do you have the letter with you in court?
I just said no. How many times I got to say the same thing on record?
You know, sometimes, sir, I don't hear what you say because you interrupt me so much or you answer quietly. And I'm taking notes and I'm focused on probably a dozen things at the same time.
But if I say something under my breath, everybody seems to hear it. Everybody seems to hear that
just fine. In a quiet courtroom, yes, we can hear it very clearly.
Everybody assumes that it has to be disparaging.
I feel the same way as you, Barbara.
Because it's not a tactic. It's facts. It's facts.
To some other reason.
It's facts. Because I find it hard to believe that
I'm going to
all of a sudden nobody hears what I say.
I'm going to let the state make a record of why they believe it's objectionable because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you believe it.
I didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was somebody else?
The record will reflect you have 2 pictures that you believe were from this witness.
That I know is from.
No, that you believe.
That I know.
All right. I'll ask the state their position on all of this.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. 1, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. 2, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
that's a lie. I object to
that. Let
the
state make their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie.
I'm going to let the state make a record of why they believe it's objectionable because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you believe it's.
I didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was somebody else?
The record will reflect you have 2 pictures that you believe were from this witness.
That I know is from.
No, that you believe.
That I know.
All right. I'll ask the state their position on all of this.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. 1, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. 2, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. No,
that's a lie. I object
to that. Let the state make their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie, though.
3, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do. And if we're going to go down that road, then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada. And for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction, pled guilty in March of 2007 to that felony offense, and is a sex offender on the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
Furthermore,
I object to that.
I'm not
because
done.
that's a lie.
Let him
Because at the end of the day,
Let
if
him
we
finish,
don't open the door
Mr.
on that, no,
Brooks.
since you want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record since you think you know so much.
Once
So
again,
we can
Mr.
open the
Brooks
door
is
on
being
we can open
loud,
the door on how old she told me she was when we met.
interrupting.
We can ask that question
He is
too then.
over the
Did
top,
you ask that?
animated
Did you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let this
No,
man finish.
no, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter, then he can show it is inadmissible. She will not be questioned. And under 906.11, I will declare the cross-examination closed. Thank you. We're in recess 1 hour.
Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much. Did you know she said she was 18 when I met her? Did you know that?
Unfortunately, my computer's freezing up some. I'm going to show you another clip, but I was trying to slow that one down. I didn't want to speed the part when the prosecution was talking. So did y'all catch that? Or hopefully you was able to catch that. Uh-huh. This man is a sleazeball. He was messing with a minor. He knew how old she was. He knew. He's sitting there trying to lie. So you're going to talk about her, try to talk about her credibility and everything. But look at you. That's why the prosecution was like, all right, you want to open up a can of worms? We can open up a can of worms. We're ready for you. See, this is what I'm talking about with sociopath people. I'm trying to tell you. They always think they're smarter than someone else. They always think they have it up on you. But they don't. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to show another video. What do we got here? Barbara says, and right there, discovery violations enough to not allow these photos into evidence. Exactly. But he was just trying to, to ruin her. Someone's feelings got hurt. Yep, he got angry. All right, let me show you another video. All right, let's get it. I'll put the music, while y'all wait here. Let me show another one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. All right, you already saw when he flipped out. All right, just give me a second, Lady Jones. I have to find the other one because you already seen that one. Oh, let's watch this video here. Another clip. This is when he got kicked out the court. Give me a second.
It's from previously.
All right, the famous thing I noticed he likes to do, he likes all the time pull out his Bible. Yep, he sure does. We're going to watch this one when he ignores the judge and he pulls out the Bible. Yep. All right, give me a second here. All right, let's get it.
Answer my questions from previously and also to let me know whether you are asking to stay in that courtroom.
This is when she got fed up with him and she kicked him out and put him in another room. All right, let's get it.
I've been advised he can hear and see. Mr. Brooks, we are on the record. I'll go through the topics one by one. You are in the other courtroom. You are invited back here. Would you like to come back here? Yes or no? The audio is on. Would you like to come back to this courtroom, sir?
You're unmuted. So I'm finally unmuted.
You've been unmuted for a while since I came back on. My understanding, sir, is you'd like to be in that other courtroom. Is that true? Record to reflect, he's putting on the headphones.
What's going on?
Mr. Brooks, I'm inviting you back to the courtroom. My understanding from a relay of information from the bailiffs is
Don't
that
invite
you
him
don't wanna
back.
come
Just
here.
keep his butt there.
I ain't saying nothing.
All right, are you ready to come back then?
Not if I'm just gonna get held in contempt again.
I didn't hold you in contempt.
Then why am I even?
See, these personality disorders like attention. And this is what he's getting attention. He's like a child. They have like a 5-year-old personality. He's like a child. Am I going to be held content? What's going to happen? No, just keep him there. Just let him stay there. Resume.
Even over here.
So that I could make a ruling and make a record without an interruption pursuant to my authority in Illinois versus Allen.
So did you make your record?
I did.
Am I ever gonna get a chance to make the record without being interrupted?
Mr. Brooks, I'm asking you, the first question is, do you want to come back into this courtroom?
Not if you're gonna hold me in contempt.
Sir, I need to continue with the trial. So if you don't answer yes or no, then I will presume you want to be in that courtroom, and you'll, by your conduct, waive your right to be in this courtroom.
By what conduct? I didn't consent to
By
being held in
failing
contempt.
to answer my question, sir. So I'll ask you again.
Are you gonna hold me in contempt? I don't want to be held in contempt.
I will ask you again, sir. Would you like to come back to this courtroom?
I'm supposed to be in there anyway.
So twice now I've asked him. He has not answered a yes or no. Mr. Brooks, I'll ask you a third time. Would you like to come back into this courtroom?
Yes, if you're not gonna hold me in contempt.
Given his yes, I will close the courtroom. He'll be brought over, and then we'll continue when he comes into this courtroom. Thank you.
I hate to say it, you gave him what he wanted. He wanted attention. He got it. But at the end of the day, we already know he's going to go to prison. Okay, I have another clip for you, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Ooh, I got to find it. All right, let me put some music on you. Music for y'all. Give me a second while I find this other clip. Okay, I found the clip. Let me pull it up. I'm trying to keep this in order, what was happening in the court, ladies and gentlemen. So far I'm doing pretty well on this one. Okay. What we got here, ladies and gentlemen? What we got here? Alrighty. Okay, this clip I'm showing here is Darrell Brooks throws a fit over removal to the other courtroom. All right, so it's a little bit more of him being put into the other courtroom. Let's hear what he has to say. Should have stayed there. All right, let's get it.
That if you are in that courtroom, because I have put you there and you have not reclaimed the right to be present by number one, asking, and then expressing a willingness to conduct yourself consistently with the decorum and respect inherent in the concepts of courts and judicial proceedings, you will remain over there. And it looks like he took his headphones off. So I would. Mr. Brooks, I'm advising you that if you fail to call a witness, you will forfeit your right to present any additional witnesses. And I'm doing this outside the presence of the jury right now for a reason. I need to know from you right now, you are unmuted. Who is your next witness?
She trying to say something to me? Yeah. What you trying to say?
That was very disrespectful, sir. You chose to take off your headphones. You
Yeah,
choose
because
to
I'm
read.
muted. I'm muted. So why am I gonna have my headphones on and I'm muted?
Well, I would think your headphones help you hear. The
They
muting
do.
is so that I don't have to hear the disruptions.
Okay, well,
Sister Moon, I feel the same
So
way.
let me be clear, sir. And you
don't
are
gotta
not.
be clear or nothing. I don't gotta listen to you.
I will ask.
Shipping for holiday gifts this year is going to be a literal nightmare. So I'm
Last time, sir. Who is your next witness?
First of all, is she talking to me again?
He.
So
This.
we gotta keep doing this little childish stuff, dude. I gotta sit up here and I'm supposed to abide by every single rule, but don't nobody else gotta do that.
The record should
Judicial misconduct.
reflect that Mr. Brooks is spouting off, making unsubstantiated allegations against this court, directly attacking the integrity of this court and these proceedings, while yet refusing to answer simple questions. Mr. Brooks,
That's not my name. I told you I don't consent to being called that name.
Sir, you are hereby advised this is the last time I will ask this question,
don't talk
or
to me
you
like
will
that.
forfeit your right to present
You can't do
any
that. Show me
additional
witnesses.
Show
me where that's law.
because
Show
you
me
are
where
not
that's law.
cooperating with this process.
Show me that is law. That's all I'm asking. Show me that is lawful law.
Mr. Brooks.
How can I forfeit not being able to have a defense? Are you kidding me?
All I'm asking is that you conduct yourself with dignity, with decorum, and with respect. I will gladly bring you back into this courtroom so you can present your additional witnesses. But you need to ask me to come back into this courtroom.
With all due respect, I'm tired of having this back and forth with you every day. It's not my intention to come in here and have these interactions with you every day. It's not. Regardless to what you may think, regardless to how you may feel, that is not my intention. Okay? I simply do what I do because I do not have the understanding. So if I don't understand something, I'm going to ask a question. I apologize if it makes you feel that I'm intentionally trying to delay the proceedings. If I'm intentionally trying to be disruptive, because that's not the case. And I feel very disrespected every time the record is made, making it seem like that's what I'm attempting to do. So of course it's gonna frustrate. Of course it's gonna make me a little bit upset. And I just want you to understand that. It seems to me the way I'm interpreting what you're doing, which is it is your courtroom. That's not it. That's not a dispute. That's not up for debate. You control what's going on in there. That's not a dispute. But the way I'm interpreting what you're doing is that I'm being held in contempt. That's how I'm interpreting. Because one of the three things that's cited in the Illinois versus Allen. One of them is being gagged. I haven't been gagged. One of them is held in contempt.
What's the third, Mr. Brooks? What's the third?
The third is removed from the courtroom while the trial continues, right? That's the third, right?
And that's what's been done.
Okay. So now, where does it say after that having me on a headset or being able to see and hear and all this and this, how is that not prejudicing my defense?
Sir, you can raise that issue on appeal. You can raise that issue on appeal if you are convicted.
This is why
I want to say real quick, welcome to the ones that's coming in, and welcome to the Bush Watchers that's in the back and that's watching and, not saying anything. Welcome for being here. Hit the like and feel free to engage anytime if you want. Resume. Let's get back to this. This Sewer Rat Darrell Brooks Jr. Gaslighting, Outburst, Recap Clips, Trial Day 12. This was yesterday on Friday. Resume.
This is why I say that though, because I can't even see. The only thing I can see right now when I'm looking at the TV is you and the prosecution table. I can't see anything else.
I understand that, sir. I'm fully aware of that.
So I'm not fully aware of what's going on in the courtroom. Don't I deserve that right to be able to see and hear everything that's going on?
If you can conduct yourself consistently with the decorum and respect inherent in the concepts of courts and judicial proceedings, the answer then is yes. So I'm not going to have a debate with you about the law. I will ask you again, would you like to come back into this courtroom?
Are you going to kick me out?
Sir, I'm asking the questions right now. Would you like to come back into this courtroom? Yes or no?
Are you going to kick me out?
Sir, it's a yes or no question. Would you like to come back?
Within weeks of adding this one power food to my daily routine, everything turned.
My answer was based on the reason why I'm answering like that is because the moment I say something, it's going to get me put out. I don't want to keep hauling this stuff back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It makes essentially, it wastes time, really.
I'm well aware of that, sir, that it delays the proceedings.
But then it's laid at my feet as if that's my attempt. You think I want to be over here?
Sir, I don't know what you want or don't want at this time. I know that we need to complete this trial and that you have frustrated today more than ever before the ability of this court to do that.
Well, I apologize for you feeling that way, but I'm frustrated too. And nobody seems to take that into account. I'm just as frustrated as everybody. Probably more.
Then I suggest that you conform your conduct to the requirements of courtesy and decorum so that you don't run the risk of forfeiting your right to be present. But that falls on you and you alone, sir.
There is no conduct. I don't understand what you mean by that. I really don't.
Mr. Brooks, you may not understand it. I don't think that's accurate. I think you know exactly what you're doing.
If that's what you think, that's fine.
And
I can't argue with
you
you
have
about your
demonstrated.
Lisa, I think when she leaves this courtroom, she texts us or calls her husband and say, honey, make sure you have that glass of red wine ready for me because I had another one of those days with this sewer rat. Resume.
Throughout this case, that you pay attention to witnesses' testimony, that you make cogent and coherent objections, at times that you have even had evidence suppressed in this case or stricken. That's the word I used during this case. You made an opening statement. You communicate with witnesses. So you clearly read, write, and understand English. That's not an issue here, sir. Are you self-represented? Absolutely. Does that present difficulties and disadvantages? Absolutely. But that takes me back to when you waived your right to counsel. And you did so knowingly, freely, voluntarily, and with a full understanding of the disadvantages and advantages of doing so, meaning advantages of having an attorney, the disadvantages of doing it on your own, and you made a deliberate decision to represent yourself, and that comes at a risk to you of, yes, at times not fully understanding the law, the rules of evidence, the rules of procedure, but you do so at your peril.
That's not fair to state, Your Honor, because.
So I'm going to do the following, since I'm not really getting anywhere. I'm going to mute you for a moment. I'm not getting anywhere with him. I would like him to be brought over. And he has a choice to make. He can come back over or he doesn't. Either way, he's going to be asked to call a witness in front of the jury. I will ask him 3 times if he fails to give me a direct answer. And after the 3rd time, I will make the appropriate finding, but I will do that outside the presence of the jury. But we are going to continue. So we'll go off the record and he will come back over here. Thank you. We are in recess until that happens.
I mean, just to say something and then get kicked out. Man, I don't know what to tell her then. So she's taking a break right now. Wants us to take you back, have you go back. No, because I'm gonna end up having to come back over here. And don't y'all get tired of hauling all this stuff over here, over there, over here, over there, over there?
This is why she wasn't losing weight.
Okay, I'm gonna show another clip. Just give me a second here. Okay, this clip that I'm gonna show here. This is let me make sure I get this right. Okay, wait a minute. Let me line up the clip first, and then I'll introduce it. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna show this clip of Sewer Mouse and Sewer Rat, excuse me. Now, this clip here, I'm going to show that, like I said, we're still on day 12 and it's Friday. And this is one of the victims that 4 of her children were injured by this monster. She has 4 children and all 4 of them. And you're going to hear her testimony. He has the nerve to call her up as a witness. Now, tell me this is not pure evil. I don't know what else is evil. This man is evil. Mommy and Daddy laid down and had Satan Jr. by the name of Darrell Brooks Jr. This is him. So we're going to listen to this one while he called her as a witness and questions her. It's really sad. Let's get it.
Okay, I'm ready, Your Honor.
Go ahead, call your next witness.
Kathleen Urel?
Urel? That's how I think it is. We'll find out. All right, ma'am, if you would please make your way to the witness stand. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand, and my clerk Teresa, who's on my left, will swear you in. Go ahead and come all the way up. Thank you.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and then spell each.
Kathleen, K-A-T-H-L-E-E-N. Last name Urel, Y-O-U-R-E-L-L.
Thank you so much. Your witness, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Miss Urel. Is it Urel?
Urel.
Urel. What do you do for a living?
I'm in workforce management for a call center.
November 21st, 2021.
Okay, I'm gonna have to share another stream because that one kept pausing. So just give me a second. I'll resume right back to where we was at. Hold a second.
But the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for.
Like I said, she has 4 children, and all 4 of them was hurt at this parade by the hands of this sewer rat. Let's get it. And he called her as a witness.
For the record and then spell each.
Kathleen, K-A-T-H-L-E-E-N. Last name Urel, Y-O-U-R-E-L-L.
Thank you so much. Your witness, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Miss Urel. Is it Urel?
Urel.
Urel. What do you do for a living?
I'm in workforce management for a call center.
November 21st, 2021. Directing your attention there. You recall that evening pretty well?
Off and on, sir.
That's fair. It has been a while. Do you recall what you were doing that evening?
Yes, sir.
And what were you doing that evening?
At what time?
Around 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish.
I was dropping off my children who were participating in the parade.
And did you yourself stay for the parade?
Partial parade, yes.
Partial meaning maybe a few minutes?
Until my group of children went by.
Okay. Do you recall where you were positioned during watching your group participate in the parade?
Yes, on north and east, right on the corner there.
North and east.
If you're going parade route, it would be on the right-hand side.
Just so we have clarification, can we pull up exhibit, I believe it's 15?
We can.
Thank you.
Go ahead. And thank you.
Can we show it to the witness first?
He doesn't want it published, so just to the witness for now.
Just not yet. Just I want to make sure the witness gets a chance to view it first. Can you see that on your screen yet?
I do.
And using the touch screen, it's a touch screen. Can you point out where
It's not published. So do you want it published?
I'm sorry. Yeah, published.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to point that
So
out.
just so I know, to use the touch, it has to be published.
No, she could use it, but if you're gonna have her do it, it should be done in front of the jury.
Fair.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we got to wait on the jury, right?
Thank you.
For the jury, and can you, using the touch screen on your screen, can you point out exactly where you were positioned?
When I was watching it,
Yes, when you were watching
right on the corner. Sorry. Oh, well,
it.
if you want to
Can you
reverse
clear?
it
Can you
again,
clear
I'll do it
the
again.
arrow?
We'll clear it. You can do it again.
Yeah.
If you don't want, do you want the arrow?
Well, it was to the.
Clear it again.
Okay.
So it's a touch screen, so use your index finger and you can draw a circle.
Okay.
I was
Can
gonna
you
say
clear
that.
Well, I mean, it was right there, but.
I was gonna say a circle or a little dot if.
Well, I thought I would do that. But...
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on.
Heavy
We'll do it
hands.
again. So press and hold while you draw.
Okay.
There you go.
And you said that would be approximately East Main and Northeast.
Correct.
And do you recall if those will there's side streets right there that you can see? Is that fair to say?
Correct.
And those side streets would be Northeast and Buckley, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall if there were barricades at those?
I can't honestly recall. I can't be sure.
We can take exhibit 15 down.
Thank you. Go ahead.
And you said you stayed at the parade until your group had passed.
Correct.
And what time did you leave?
I can't determine the time. It was right after my group of kids went by.
And where'd you go from there?
I walked down, well, I went to go get the car because I had to go pick them up at the end of the parade.
And I'm assuming at some point your attention got drawn to something happening. That'd be fair to say?
Not necessarily.
What do you remember when you went to go get the vehicle to pick up members of your group? That'd be fair to say first? I don't want to assume.
Yeah.
Do you recall anything happening at that point?
A situation did occur before the said big event that took place.
What do you recall happening at that time once you were on your way to get your vehicle?
I think I need more specifics from you to give the details you may be looking for.
While you were getting your vehicle, did you observe anything happening? Did you overhear about anything happening at that point?
Nothing of that nature. Well, all I can say is that I was walking past White Rock.
Did you see anything that may have alerted your attention at that time?
Yes, a car coming through the parade at the beginning on White Rock where the parade was starting. So when I left, I walked down Main to White Rock on the corner there. Then a gentleman, a child who I don't know who they were, and myself walked across the street. And at this time, a car was beeping and weaving around a slight curve that White Rock has, and then continued on.
Did you see did you see where the car went at that point?
Yes, I did. As it came around the slight curve White Rock has, it started to move forward, and then it went straight across. When I was thinking it was going to leave the parade route, if you leave the parade route on Main, you're leaving. Sorry, if you turn left, you're leaving the parade route. If you're turning right, you're going right into the parade. And it went right to if you're looking at the parade, it was on the right-hand side. And it's continued on into the parade.
Hold on, just for the record, she was using her hands during her testimony. I just need, that's okay. I just need to make a record of it. Usually her right hand just kind of demonstrating the course of travel that she described, the vehicle. And I think that's probably all I need to put on the record. Sure. Go ahead. Next question.
I want to back up a little bit. When you first observed this car, as you say, you recall that it was blowing its horn.
Yep, the horn was beeping.
Do you recall if you saw who was operating that vehicle?
Unfortunately, sir, I can't recall.
Do you recall if you might have seen multiple people in the vehicle at that time? Or?
Unfortunately, due to the time passing, I cannot recall.
That's fair. It has been a while. Do you recall about what time that was that you observed the vehicle?
Again, I can't be sure.
Sorry if I keep asking.
No, I can't be sure. I'm sorry.
At the time that you observed the vehicle, did you see it strike anyone?
I did not, or at least I don't recall. I'm sorry.
Look at the prosecution's face. They getting annoyed, like they can't believe this.
And do you recall if the vehicle was speeding at that point that you observed it?
It wasn't speeding, but it was. All I can state is it wasn't speeding.
Did you happen to catch the license plate number of the vehicle at that time?
No, not at all.
Do you recall if the vehicle had any tinted windows?
I couldn't recall. I'm sorry.
Any windows rolled down or up at the time you observed it?
No, unfortunately, I don't remember.
Do you recall if the vehicle passed close to where you were?
So sad, Jackie. Yeah. All four.
It was close enough that it could have easily have clipped me or the two people that were in front of me.
Where you were, the two people that you referred to in front of you, were any of you hurt at that time?
No.
No further questions right now.
Hey, Cross.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Rell. Thank you for being here. You testified on direct examination that you don't recall whether or not you saw more than one person in that vehicle we're talking about. Remember saying that?
Yes.
You remember meeting on December 2nd, 2021 for an interview with Detective Jay Carpenter from the Waukesha Police Department?
I remember going as to a lot of topic of conversations. I unfortunately can't recall those too clearly.
Do you remember telling Detective Carpenter that you only observed a driver in the vehicle?
Objection, leading witness.
Yeah, I overruled. You may answer.
I can't be too sure.
Overruled. You may answer.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
I can't be too sure. Again, some of the conversations I might have had that day.
Do you remember what this vehicle looked like?
I do not.
Do you remember telling Detective Carpenter that it was a red truck?
I do not.
Can we please put up for everybody Exhibit 15 again?
Go ahead.
Can we zoom in on the intersection of East and Main?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might get a little emotional, so if you need to leave, this is a trigger warning. I understand if you need to leave because it's going to get emotional right now. I understand if you need to go. I completely understand, but thank you for everybody for being here and for engaging. Okay? I resume.
Your testimony is that you were standing here on the northeast corner of Buckley and Main Street. Is that right?
Correct.
Objection already answered that, asked and answered.
Overruled. You may answer.
You said correct.
Correct.
And after your children walked by in the parade, you walked in this direction towards the intersection of White Rock and Main. Is that correct?
Objection,
Correct.
leading and speculative.
So overruled as to both. You may answer. If there is another objection, just
I'll
wait
pause.
until I rule on it.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, that's okay.
Correct, that was.
And then you crossed through the crosswalk on the north side of Main Street. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that when you saw this vehicle we've been talking about?
Yes.
So you were standing in the crosswalk.
Correct.
Do you remember a police officer being in that intersection?
I can't be too sure.
Okay. Was it clear to you that this was a parade route?
Yes, it was very clear.
Was it clear to you that traffic from White Rock should not have driven onto Main Street
Yes.
unless they were part of the parade?
Yes.
Did it appear to you as though the vehicle we've been talking about was part of the parade?
No.
How many children do you have, Miss Urel?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled. You may answer.
Four children.
All four of your kids were marching in the parade that day, weren't they?
Yes.
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
Sorry.
Your oldest daughter, Charlotte, she was 14 at the time?
Yes.
She was marching with the Extreme Dance Group as an alumni, wasn't she?
She was handing out candy.
Objection.
There was an objection. It's overruled.
I didn't even state why I was objecting, but okay. We still need a 15.
Yes, please. You see on that map the 5 points intersection?
Yes.
When you were standing in the crosswalk at White Rock in Maine, could you see the 5 points intersection?
I could not.
You didn't see your kids get hit, did you?
I did not.
Objection, leading.
Sorry.
Overruled.
Again, sorry.
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
You didn't.
I did not.
Did you see them later that night?
Objection, leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
I was only able to see two of my children that night.
When did you see the other two?
Days later, when I was able to leave Children's Hospital.
As their mother, you were directly involved in their medical care and the decisions that were made in that process in the days after the parade?
Objection, leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes, their father and I.
Charlotte suffered a chipped vertebrae from being struck, didn't she?
She did.
Objection.
Sorry,
Leading.
Overruled. And the answer.
She did.
Your daughter Alice, she was 10 at the time, wasn't she?
She was.
She suffered chipped front teeth, is that correct?
Yes.
And facial scarring
Yes.
and road rash
Yes.
and a broken fibula and tibia
Yes.
and broken metatarsal bones.
Yes.
She was observed in a concussion protocol, is that correct?
She was.
Your daughter Vivian, she was marching with the extreme dance group too, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
How old was she in November of 21?
She just turned 7.
Vivian suffered a severe concussion, didn't she?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. And the answer.
Yes.
And road rash
Extreme road rash.
and a lung contusion
Yes.
and facial scarring.
Yes.
And your 7-year-old daughter Vivian suffered a broken tailbone, didn't she?
She did.
Your son Grayson, he was 8 on November 21st, 2021. Is that correct?
That is
Objection.
correct.
Leading.
Overruled.
He was walking with the extreme dance group handing out candy. Is that right?
He was.
He went to the hospital after the parade, didn't he?
Yes.
He suffered a compound fracture in his femur. Is that correct?
An open compound fracture.
Meaning the bone.
Pink lady, I'm not a doctor, but these are some major body parts that these children is. Oh my gosh, they're never going to be 100%. Not able to play sports. Basically, going to be handicapped for the rest of their lives because of this monster. I resume. All 4 of her children. Imagine the medical bills. I think she might have a GoFundMe. I don't know. This is so sad. Resume.
Came through the skin.
Yes.
Objection. Hearsay. I don't believe he's a doctor.
Overruled. The witness may answer based upon personal knowledge.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
A police officer saved Grayson's life by placing a tourniquet on that open leg wound. Is that correct?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions.
Will you read the record?
No redirect.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down. You may call your next witness, please.
So we're gonna take down these exhibitors. You're gonna stay up
Oh,
on there.
thank you. We'll take it down. Please call your next witness.
Just 1 second. So you one more person here, right?
It's my understanding, sir. Would that be correct?
Oh my gosh. And when I was kind of looking up the injuries, and they said, I think something about with the leg, I think the boy, only way that can happen unless it's a car accident, because it's, I can't even explain it. I don't even know, but oh my gosh. It's all good, Donna. I count my blessings. Thank God.
This face calls Catrice. I don't know how to say the last name.
Can you give me the spelling that you have?
Babia.
That's what I read. Your bone comes out. He had the nerves to call up there.
Oh, yes. All right.
This woman is trauma.
Would you please raise your right hand?
This is so sad.
I will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Thank you, ma'am. Please have a seat. First thing I will.
Okay, I'm gonna end this one here. I'm gonna show the one more clip. It's really two more clips, but they short, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Hold a second here. Okay, I'm gonna show this clip here. Now, this is the one I was talking about, the big time stare. Now we're gonna see how he stared down the judge. How did he get away with it? I just don't get it. But let's watch it.
Run the record back.
Mr. Brooks.
So I'm the only one. I got one.
Mr.
I got
Brooks.
one ear that work, and I heard that.
This is to benefit you so that
No, it's
you
not.
understand
Ain't none of
your
this to benefit
witness
me, so let's
has
be
a
clear about
prior
that.
record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom and I have to elevate my voice. This is the
So she had to
alleged
elevate her
record of
voice
Abel
just for
Lescott.
that.
Stop talking.
Come on, man. Like, I don't know who y'all be thinking y'all fooling. I set for value, return for value this document.
One more interruption and you're going to be removed to the next courtroom.
That's what you want to do anyway.
It's not what I want to do. Do not interrupt Attorney Opera.
So can
Your
you
Honor,
tell,
I
can
believe
you
he has 7 prior criminal convictions via OWI second from 1997, and OWI third from 1997, and OWI fourth from 2003, criminal trespass to dwelling from 2006.
All right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break.
There's no need to take a break. Just send his ass to the other room. Who do you think you are? This is insane. And right, if he wasn't shackled at his ankles, oh my gosh, I'm scared to know what was gonna happen next. What he would have did. All right, I'm gonna show one more clip. Let me find it. So it's gonna take a second. So just enjoy the music while I wait here. I want to show another clip. Really want to show 2 clips, but we'll just see what happens. All right, but if you need to go, anybody, I understand completely if you need to go and stuff, because I had y'all here for a minute. Because my goal was it was gonna be like about a 3-hour live stream because I want to show different clips. So if you need to go on the stand, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you engaging. All right, so enjoy the music while I get ready to show this next clip. Stare down like, ooh. I don't get it, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't get it. All right, let me find something else. All right, this is going to take me a few seconds to find it, so just enjoy the music while you wait there. Excuse me. Hope I can find it. Excuse me. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can find it. This might be it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. Nope, this is it. Excuse me. Okay, I found the clip. Let me share it. All right, this clip that I'm going to show, I forgot what day it was in court. Give me a second. Let me set it up. I don't know exactly what day this was in court, but this was interesting because if I'm correct, I hope I have it right because I didn't see like the first 2 weeks. I caught it later on. But if I'm correct, what happened was after he did this thing, ran through the parade, he's running through the streets and everything, and he goes to a person's house and he says, hey, can I use your phone and everything? And it was just a mess. And this guy actually let him in his house and gave him a sandwich. Oh my gosh. You're gonna hear what he had to say on the stand. It was interesting. All right, let's watch this clip. But I'm gonna put on a faster speed, okay? A 1.25. All right, let's get it.
Objection.
Overruled.
It's a feature of Ring. I didn't add that. Yeah.
And to your knowledge, does that timestamp appear to be accurate?
Objection.
Overruled.
Speculative.
Yes, that is accurate.
The guy that let him in the house and gave him a sandwich, this is him on the stand. And this is his doorbell ring. So he's showing the doorbell ring and, testifying about what happened. Let's get it. For the record, the objection was overruled.
This is a 20-second clip. I'm going to ask that we play it once with audio.
Hey, I called an Uber and I'm supposed to be waiting for it over here, but I don't know when it's coming. Can you call it for me, please? I'm homeless.
Can we pull that back up just to look at the timestamp one more time? Thank you. And just for those of us with not the greatest eyesight. Would you mind reading that timestamp on the bottom right hand at the beginning of this exhibit?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
Yeah, it says November 21st, 2021, and the timestamp says 17:01, so 5:01 p.m.
The voice we heard in that exhibit that we just played, whose voice is that?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
Objection.
You may answer, sir.
It's Mr. Brooks's voice.
It's not yours.
No.
Okay. Your Honor, I ask that Mr. Brooks please be instructed to remove his face mask momentarily.
Sir, would you please remove your face mask and face the witness?
Was that a question of?
The state's asked, there, sir, please remove your face mask and face the witness.
I'm confused. He made a statement about voice.
The question's been asked and answered.
So, what made you choose this place? It's a good spot. So it has nothing to do with that billboard.
Please remove your mask.
What was the question?
Please remove your mask and face the witness.
Mr. Ryder, do you see the person depicted in exhibit number 75 in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you identify him for us by telling us where he's sitting and what he's wearing?
He's sitting at the table right there wearing a black suit and a gray striped tie.
As the record reflect that the witness has identified Mr. Brooks.
The record will reflect that the witness has identified the defendant as the person depicted in this video and the person who was on his porch on November 21.
Objection, I don't consent to being called that name for the record.
Hey, Emma, welcome back. Yep, this is the sandwich guy. I couldn't believe this when I heard it. Well, let's get it.
Go ahead, your next question, please.
Thank you. What happened in the moments after this video, the 20 seconds that were captured?
So he was on my porch for, I don't know exactly, a minute maybe, and he was telling me the interaction, or he was telling me that he needed to use my phone to let his Uber know where to pick him up, and that he was homeless and cold, and he said he didn't have any weapons or anything on him, and he lifted his shirt real quick, and I was like, no, it's okay, you can use my phone, and I let him come inside and warm up. I just tend to believe people, and I'm from a small town, and we had people that need help all the time. People live right off a highway, so I'm used to, didn't faze me too much. I mean, I was nervous for sure, but I was like, yeah, I can use my phone. And he made it sound like the Uber was going to be here just any second, just needed to know where to pick him up. So I said, yeah, you can come and warm up while you wait for the Uber. And I let him sit on the couch right by the window out front. I said, you can look out here waiting for your Uber. And he's on the phone most of the time after that with his mom. And he's saying, the address 553 Elizabeth Street is where it needs to come, and how far away is it, kind of things like that. But okay, I guess is that what you're wondering? Or
let me back up.
Yeah.
You made a motion with your hands there regarding what Mr. Brooks said about not being armed. You do that again, just for anybody who missed it?
Objection. I don't know. Not consent to being called that name.
Go ahead.
Again, for the record.
Yeah, so I don't remember exactly what the motion was. I remember him saying he didn't have any weapons and he's not dangerous. And I think he lifted his shirt really quickly. But then I was like, oh, don't worry, I'm not worried about that. And so it's not like I patted him down or anything like that. But.
Okay. Did you let him in the front door that would be right next to your video doorbell?
I actually.
I can rephrase.
Go ahead, rephrase.
What door did you let Mr. Brooks into your home?
I let him in the back door.
I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. Go ahead, you may answer.
Yeah, the back door.
Okay. So he went around the side of the house to get to the back door?
That's right.
Okay. What happened when he got to the back door?
I don't remember exactly. I remember letting him in. Well, I remember, so I just got back hunting, so I asked him to go through the back door so I could make sure I didn't have any weapons laying around. And so after that was good, then I let him in the back door. Well, just to give me a second to make sure nothing was tempting or anything. But I let him in the back door, and I think I gave him a coat right away, and then gave him my phone, and then told him where to sit down. And when I told him to sit in the spot, he didn't move or anything. He stayed right there and listened to me.
What else did you give him?
I gave him a sandwich because he said he was homeless. And I said, oh, I can get you some slippers to put on your feet to warm your feet up. I never did end up giving him slippers. But yeah, so I gave him a jacket to wear while he was at my house. I gave him a spot to sit and wait for the Uber and a sandwich.
You testified earlier that he was on the phone with his mom. How do you know that?
Objection. Respectfully to you.
Overruled.
Now, I'm all about helping people, and I understand. But if I saw that piece of crap behind my doorbell ring looking like that, I'm sorry. Just give me the number. Just give me your number, and I'll dial it for you. Not letting you in the house, give you no slippers, no sandwich, no clothing. This guy really is a nice guy, and you really could have put yourself in some real danger. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be careful. I'm glad that he's alive and he's okay and everything. I understand what he was doing, but you have to be careful, and especially letting him in your home. He looked like pure crap. Just not happening. Oh boy, resume. And like I said, I don't know what day this was. I think this might have been day 9, 8 or 9 at court. I'm not sure. Resume.
A few reasons. I heard him say "mama" a lot, and his mother called me, and I didn't answer. But his mom called and left the voicemail after the fact, confirming it.
Whose phone was he using while he was inside your house?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
He's using my personal cell phone.
How would you describe his demeanor as he was inside your house?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
I would say flustered, but also there were many times he was thanking me, and so he was grateful, and he even said, "Thank you so much for showing me love, man." And he was calling me bro, and so it wasn't. I guess that didn't make me feel like I was in any danger at the moment.
Did Mr. Brooks leave your home at some point?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. You may answer.
I'm sorry. I lost train of thought. Can you say it again?
Did he leave your home at some point?
Yeah, he left when I asked him to. So he was in my house for 8 or 9 minutes, and then I was standing on the front door looking outside because I was getting a little nervous because I thought the Uber would be there in a minute or two, not 10. And so after 8 or 9 minutes, I'm looking around outside and I see a police car drive by, and then I see another one coming down the street. And so I tell him, I say, "Hey, we don't get a lot of police traffic on this street, and I'm getting nervous, and this is just too weird of a situation. You're fine to wait for your Uber, but you need to do it outside my house." And he was a little bit like, "Oh, no, it's okay. Don't worry, man. Don't worry." And I said, "No, you need to leave." And he listened and got up, and I've got video footage of that, of me escorting him outside of my house. He's still on the phone, and he still got my jacket on, but I just said, "You need to leave."
Home chef meals are here. These do you want me to say? I mean, do you want me to keep going, or
I just want you to answer my question. So,
okay, yeah.
Let's pause there, though.
Sure.
And show for the witness only, please. Exhibit number 77. We'll just we'll play a few seconds of this without any audio, and actually, to save time authenticating, Your Honor, I think we'll do this with the remaining 3 videos we have.
Go ahead. So this is 70.
77. Yep.
77. All right. Thank you.
Play a few seconds, please. Without. Yeah. Yep. Okay, we played 4 seconds from Exhibit 77. Do you recognize that clip?
I do.
And what is that?
It was Mr. Brooks walking out first with a jacket on, and me in a long sleeve shirt, a gray shirt, walking out behind him.
Can we show for the witness only, please, Exhibit 78?
Go ahead.
We'll play the first couple of seconds of this one, too. Okay. We played the first 8 seconds of that. Did you recognize that clip?
Yes.
What does that show?
That shows Mr. Brooks after I had him leave and get my phone and jacket. He was outside, and then him asking to come back inside because he said he left his ID inside my house. And that was on the audio, but that sounded like he had the audio off for that.
And we'll show you 79 now without any audio as well, just for the witness. Okay. We played 8 seconds of Exhibit 79. Do you recognize that video?
Yep.
What does it show?
It shows an officer on my porch after the suspect was put into cuffs, asking if I knew who the suspect was.
Are Exhibits 77, 78, and 79 accurate depictions of your porch that night?
Yes.
Jack, you said something. You said, I think it was 12. You know what? It's just so confusing which day is which on the court day. I'm going by what what's it? Law and Crime channel, and the one that what I was showing earlier was day 12. So if it's day 12, this clip that happened in court either has to be 8 or 9. But I know Court TV says a different day. I think they like day 14 or whatever. I don't know, whatever the day is. But I know this happened before the one that I was showing before. So if we go by Law and Crime, This is, I think, about 8 or 9, something like that. I'm not too sure. So nobody quote me on it. All right, resume. Let's get back to it.
Overruled. His answer may stand.
Move exhibits 77, 78, and 79 into evidence and ask to publish all three, please.
Objection.
The objection is noted as to all three. It is overruled. Exhibits 77, 78, and 79 are received. Permission to publish. All three are granted.
Okay, 77 is up now for everybody. It's a 21-second clip. We're going to play it once with audio, please.
Before you do that, can we just confirm it's in the jury box? Not yet. Okay. Let me know.
I agree, Emma. I noticed that too when I was watching it. I noticed that too.
I guess while we're waiting, we can make use of this time. Mr. Ryder, could you read the time and date stamp for us on the bottom right-hand corner?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's November 21st, 2021, 17:10, so 5:10 p.m.
Steve, and welcome to the channel. I don't get it either. Honestly, I really don't get it either. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. Resume.
Okay, we've got it up for the jurors. Let's play this once with audio. Do you see yourself in that video?
Yes.
What are you wearing in the video?
A gray shirt.
Overruled.
A gray shirt.
Did you hear the wind in that video?
Yes.
What do you recall being said in that portion of the video?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
I'm walking Mr. Brooks outside of my house, and my neighbor, Greg, says, "Are you guys looking for that guy?" And I had no idea of anything at this point. And so I say, "I don't know. This might be him." You can hear that in the audio. I don't know if anybody was able to distinguish that, but that's what was said. And then Mr. Brooks says, "No, no, no." And then I say, "Can I have my phone, please?" And then after that, I say, "Can I have my jacket, please?"
Did he provide those items to you?
He did.
Okay. Can we put up for the jury, please, Exhibit 78? This is a 20-second clip. We will play it once with audio, please.
My ID! My ID!
Mr. Ryder, what happened during that video clip?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
Mr. Brooks, or I should say the suspect, came to my door, asked to come back inside to look for his ID. I said, "No, I'll look for it. You stay out there." And I was looking underneath the couch and everywhere that he sat for his ID when I hear the police officers saying, "Put your hands up." And
Did you ever find that person's ID?
No.
Did that person leave anything else inside of your house?
No.
Flip-flops?
No.
Sweatshirt?
Objection, leading.
Sustained as to the form of the question. Please rephrase that last question.
What, if anything else, did that suspect leave in your house?
I don't.
Objection, leading.
Overruled. He may answer.
I didn't find anything left in my house.
Okay. Can we please show for the jury Exhibit 79? This is a 19-second clip. We will play it once with audio.
So 26, minor block over 26. Hey, do you know this guy? Absolutely not. Okay.
We've paused at 18 seconds. That's the police officer you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you, just for the record, read for us the time and date stamp on the bottom right-hand corner here at the 18-second mark of exhibit number 79?
Yeah, it's November 21st, 2021, and the time is 17:12 and 59 seconds, so 5:12 p.m.
The video is a little bit blurry. Do you know where Mr. Brooks is at this point?
Objection leading, and I do not consent to being called that name.
Overruled, objections noted. You may answer the question.
Yeah, the suspect is on the east side of my walkway, on the northeast side of my house, in my yard. If you see where those two police officer heads are, the suspect is on the grass right there.
That's all I have for this witness. Thank you.
All right, any cross?
Yes, just one second.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You know, another thing that bothers me in this court where the judge says, okay, no problem. Tell me when you're ready. I can't take it. I can't take it. So, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to show you another clip. Like I said, everybody needs to leave. I completely understand. And Freddie, Jason, Myers, Mud on deck. If you need to leave, I understand. I'm just showing like some clips. I already finished with showing, clips from Friday, day 12. I'm just showing some other clips, whoever's watching stuff like that they might have, missed the beginning and find out exactly what's this whole case is about. All right, I'm gonna show another clip. Just let me find it. Enjoy the music while you wait. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this clip here I'm gonna show. This is like before the trial, and Darrell Brooks, Satan Jr. Sewer Rat withdraws not guilty plea by insanity. So let's just watch this clip. It's just a few minutes. All right, let's watch this clip and see this one. Now, this was way before the trial. You got to go back to find out what's happening now. You know how it goes. And the people that's coming in, welcome, welcome. People that's in the bushes, that's just watching, welcome, welcome. Hit the like and feel free to engage anytime that you want. Let's get it.
Brooks had a short appearance today in court. He's the man charged with driving his SUV through the Waukesha Christmas parade, killing 6 people.
New at 5, Katie Crowley reports from Waukesha County Courthouse with why his hearing ended so abruptly.
The hearing started a half hour late because they had a hard time getting Brooks out of his jail cell. Once he was in the courtroom, his defense attorneys immediately asked for the hearing to be rescheduled because Brooks is in pain due to a tooth abscess.
His throat and his tooth and just his overall health today. So yeah, that's the request. If that request is denied, it's my understanding that Mr. Brooks would very much, his desire would be to be allowed to go back to his cell so he can lay down.
The prosecution raising concerns. During the last hearing a few weeks ago, Brooks had an outburst in court, then asked the judge if he could go back to his cell because he didn't want to be in court.
I think there's a lack of information here, such as when did this situation develop? Has he seen a dentist or other individuals who perhaps can provide some treatment? Was he offered a remedy like aspirin or other relief, ice pack, whatever it may take? I just want to ensure this is not a delay tactic, to be very blunt with the court.
Ultimately, after conferring in private with parade victim families, the judge agreed to reschedule the hearing because it will not impact the start of Brooks's trial set to begin October 3rd. One big thing happened before the hearing officially wrapped early. Brooks withdrew his plea of not guilty by reason of insanity, but didn't elaborate why.
Mr. Brooks, I'd like to discuss with you your decision to withdraw the special plea of not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. Is that your desire, sir?
Yeah, I have my own reasons why.
Legal experts believe doctors must not have found enough evidence for Brooks to be able to qualify for that not guilty by reason of insanity plea. His plea now is just not guilty. As for the hearing that was canceled, it will be made up on Monday, September 19th. In that hearing, they will finalize the jury selection process. In Waukesha, Katie Crowther, TMJ4 News.
And if you notice in that clip, that's why I want to show it, how he's being catered. Oh, he wants to go back to his cell because he doesn't feel well. He's not up to being here for the hearing. Who cares? Who cares? Why are they catering to this man? Who cares? He killed 6 people and injured several. He beat up his girlfriend and took his vehicle and went straight into that parade. He didn't care. He didn't care. He still doesn't care. He doesn't have no remorse. I just don't get it. I understand everybody's saying, well, they don't want no mistrial and everything. I understand. I don't know. Maybe I could be completely wrong. I don't have a lawyer's degree. I don't know. I'm not a judge, but I'm just going by common sense. You cannot carry on the way that you're doing. Okay? There's pictures of him taking that vehicle. He took his mama's car and drove over there to beat up his girlfriend because she wouldn't give him no money. And then took the car and drove through the parade. I mean, hey, that's just it. That's just all you need to know. He did it. Oh boy, it's just a mess. Okay, I have another clip to show you. Now, just give me a second here so I can show you another clip. Listen to the music while you wait. Just give me a second to find it. The one I really wanted to show y'all, I can't seem to find it. Sorry, y'all. Just give me a minute or two. If you need to leave, I understand. But I really want to show these clips. Where are they? Where are they? Is this it? This might be it, ladies and gentlemen. I think I done found it. Now, this is before the trial. This is a clip I'm showing before the trial. It was dealing with the hearing. Let me set it up. Hope this is the right clip I have. Okay, this, I found it. Okay, this clip I'm going to show you. Now, this clip happened. This was like, I guess, during the hearing before the trial happened. And he showed his butt again. And the same judge. And she should have known what she was getting herself into. I just don't get it. All right, well, let's just watch it. Tell me if you get it. Let me know. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let's get it.
Mr. Brooks.
Push me, dog. Don't push back then.
Mr. Brooks.
Don't push back. Push me in.
Mr. Brooks, we have to continue with this hearing.
Outbursts from Darrell Brooks in court today. He was asked to leave his own hearing. He's the man charged with the deadly Waukesha Christmas parade attack.
It happened just hours after he fell asleep and then lashed out at the judge and at sheriff's deputies in the courtroom.
Katie Crowther was there as this all unfolded.
Around 10:30 a.m., District Attorney Sue Opper alerts the court that Brooks is sleeping.
I don't know if he's just being disrespectful, uninterested, or if he's not feeling well.
His attorney talks with him. Then, returning from a short break, Brooks appears agitated, talking and looking behind him. Sheriff's deputies come stand around him and hold his chair. That's when courtroom audio is turned back on.
Mr. Brooks, the live stream is on.
I don't care about no live stream. Just like y'all don't care. Sit up here, act like you know me. People like you don't. Y'all don't know nothing about where I come from.
Mr. Brooks.
It continues to escalate.
Don't put your hand on me, dude.
Nobody put their hands on you.
Yeah, they better not put their hand on me.
Okay, Mr. Brooks, you need to look at me for a minute, okay?
Why? To listen to all this political.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you hear how he's carrying on? And this was before the trial. Who does he think he is? See, that's what I'm talking about. He feels that he's entitled. Resume. And thank you, Emma. Thank you.
Stuff y'all got going on?
Mr. Brooks, I'm more concerned about.
Stay seated.
No, he needs to be here. He's not cooperating. I'm going to give you the warning, Mr. I will give you the warning.
Deputies are ordered to escort him out. Brooks was allowed back in after lunch, but it wasn't long before he wanted to leave.
Mr. Brooks respectfully requests to be excused from this hearing.
After discussion, the DA, attorneys, and judge agreed it is within his rights to voluntarily leave his own pretrial hearing. While Brooks' behavior was a main focus, some important decisions were made regarding his murder trial in October. The judge ruling in favor of the prosecution, denying the defense team's motions to suppress some evidence, including the first police interviews with Brooks and a search of his jail cell last month, saying neither violated his rights. They also started narrowing down a long list of potential jurors. They want to have more than 300 people to call on when jury selection begins on October 3rd. Reporting in Waukesha, Katie Crowther, TMJ4 News.
About where I come from.
Mr.
So this judge had to deal with him doing the hearing too. Wow, that was interesting. Okay, Well, let's get into his mama. Let's see what his mama have to say about her baby Satan, Jr. I'm gonna show that clip again. Let's get into that one. Hey, why not? What the heck? All right. What do you? Emma says, "Well, Brooks' behavior was the main focus. Yep, the class clown. Exactly. See, the main focus. But they still giving it to him. But I know. I keep saying it. At the end of the day, he's gonna go to prison. But you just will not disrespect me in my courtroom. It's just not happening. You go to college for all these years, pay all these student loans, take all these bars. It's not easy to be a doctor and a lawyer, ladies and gentlemen. It's not easy. And to let this little sewer rat come up in here and think he's going to control things, oh, no. It's not happening. And especially after what he did. All right, let's watch this next clip. Let me give you a little music while you wait while I show this next clip. And thank you for everybody, for the people that's still in here, hanging in here. I know it's been a minute, and I appreciate it. But if you need to go, I understand. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's see this next clip. What's the next clip we're going to show? We're going to get into Mama. What Mama have to say about her Satan's child? Gotta be flipping kidding me. See, he's been coddled all his life and got away with murder for so much. And he's even getting it with this courtroom. But, well, no. God is putting a halt on it. So, no more when you go to prison, sir. Your days is over. Okay. It's a wrap, sir. Your performance is over. All right, let's hear this clip. What Mama got to say about Satan Jr. Let's get it.
Another day of testimony in the trial against Waukesha parade attack suspect Darrell Brooks. On the witness stand, Brooks' ex-girlfriend, Erica Patterson. She testified that Brooks physically assaulted her during an argument right before driving his SUV into the Waukesha Christmas parade in November of last year.
6 people died in that attack. Now, Brooks has pleaded not guilty in the case. He's representing himself in court, and he cross-examined his ex for half an hour today before the judge cut the questioning off after repeatedly having to sustain objections from the prosecution. Brooks was later involved in an altercation with bailiffs when getting his COVID-19 test results, which came back negative. 2 parade attendees also testified today, and once again, the judge had to shut down Brooks's cross-examination after he pressed both of those witnesses as to whether they saw the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin, in the courtroom.
Why should I sit silent and let people paint him as a monster and treat him like he's nothing but a sewer rat?
Your son is a sewer rat. Hello? You didn't get the memo? That's why I named this video Sewer Rat. Because of you. Yeah. Do you know what he did? And he took your vehicle and did it? I gotta see if I can find the video. Find the video of him leaving the house, took your car to drive over to his ex-girlfriend to get some money. And she wouldn't give him no money, so he beat the crap out of her, then took the car and drove into the parade. Yes, your son is a sewer rat. You coddled him too much, you let him get away with stuff, and you're still doing it. Your child is Satan. Do you know an 8-year-old boy died? If it was your sewer rat when 8 years old and somebody ran over him, you'd be calling them a sewer rat too, wouldn't you? But no. You don't want people to treat your son like some sort of sewer rat. But he is. I'm sorry, I had to let that out because this woman really pissed me off. Okay? I'm so tired of these kids that's out of control and do wrong and do crimes, and these parents know they did it and they still coddle their kids. Are you kidding me? And then there was other things too that he was saying about you. He even lied about you on the stand. He lied. All right, let's get back to. I'm gonna have to rewind that just a little bit because I want y'all to hear about the sewer rat thing. Just anybody who's just coming in here. Your son is a sewer rat. Yes, he's a sewer rat. He looks like a light-skinned gremlin. Okay, let's get it.
He's nothing but a sewer rat. When I know people paint him as a monster and treat him like he's nothing but a sewer rat, a monster, sit silent and let people paint him as a monster and treat him like he's nothing but a sewer rat.
As to whether they saw the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin, in the courtroom.
Your son is a sewer rat.
Sit silent and let people paint him as a monster and treat him like he's nothing but a sewer rat when I know that is not my son.
For the first time since the start of this trial, Darrell Brooks's mom is sharing how
should I sit silent and let people paint him as a monster and treat him like he's nothing but a sewer rat when I know that is not my son.
Cross-examination after he pressed both of those witnesses as to whether they saw the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin, in the courtroom.
Why should I sit silent and let people paint him as a monster and treat him like he's nothing but a sewer rat when I know that is not my son?
For the first time since.
Yes, I have to keep replaying it and replaying it. So, what is your son, miss? What is he if he's not a sewer rat? Oh, he's Satan Jr.? He's a piece of crap? You see, you had coddled him for too long. He got away with crap for too long all his life, and he's still getting away with it in the courtroom. But at the end of the day, he's going to prison. Your son is not crap, and he took your car. You're probably still paying car notes for the car that's tore up. You're probably sitting around here taking a bus and everything, and you're going to still support this monster? Are you kidding me? And you can't stand by and let people paint him as a sewer rat? He's a sewer rat. I don't understand this. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to understand this. This is insane. This is insane. But this happens so much. You have women out here, they be found that their man sitting there as a serial killer, their husband, and they'll still support their husbands for doing these crimes. Are you kidding me? This is insane. This is completely insane. Yes, I said it's insane. Let me read some comments for a second. Let's take a comic break. No, let me finish this video. I'm so sorry. I just got a little lost there. Let's get back to it. Finish the video.
It's the start of this trial. Darrell Brooks's mom is sharing how she feels about her son, her thoughts on the case, and the message to the victims of that attack. Mary Stoker Smith has this exclusive one-on-one interview.
What message do you have for the families that are left of the victims who died?
I just want them to know that that was not a deliberate act.
But the video shows him going and not stopping. How some people will ask, how is that not deliberate?
I asked him that question. And he said, Mama, I don't know. He said, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know.
Mama, I don't know. Oh, he conning you too.
He doesn't know. He can't answer that. I wish the police could have shot out the tires, something. But he can't tell me. I can't tell you. Only God knows.
Is he remorseful?
We talk about the family often and the victims. And he says to me that he prays for them.
Okay, I have to pause again. Did you just catch what she just said? I wish the cops would have shot out his tires. You see, do not put the blame on somebody else that your son is a sewer rat. Okay? Those cops was there for a parade to protect everybody. They didn't expect some sort of sewer rat monster of your son to come to the parade. Don't try to shift it on somebody else. See, that's what she just did. I don't know if y'all caught that. When she said, I wish the cop would have shot tires. No. Don't try to blame somebody else. That's what she just did. Just like her son does. He feels he's entitled. He wants to blame everybody else, but he won't take responsibility. So this is where he learned it from. Her, daddy, I don't know, whatever, but we definitely know he learned something from her. This is not right. Your darn son is a sewer rat. I resume.
Too, and he has to live with the fact that 6 people died because of him. He's full of shame.
Put out the violins, please. We need some violins for her.
Yes. If I would have just not bailed him out, none of this would have happened.
If he feels remorse, why the antics in court?
The antics in court is mental illness.
Is there anything you can say to tell him to stop?
I have told him.
Will you continue to?
I will continue to tell him.
You think Darrell should go to prison, and if so, how long?
There should be some accountability to what he did. Yes, ma'am. How long? That's not for me to say.
Did y'all catch that? She said, for how long is not for me to say. She still supports her son. She's talking about, because of mental illness. For how long? I would say right here, for life. He should never be let out in the street because what he did was horrible. You see, she's not even admitting what he did wrong. She's not. People died. People are injured for life. I need some more violins. Come on, give me some violins. Thank you, Abby. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Are you flipping kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Come on, let me read some of these comments before I show another video. Yeah, I know I've been here for a minute and stuff. I got my sushi. I'm pretty good. If y'all need to leave, I understand. You've been here for a minute. If you want to stay, stay. Let's get into these clips because we gotta talk about these sociopaths, okay? This my channel is about educational. It's a teaching thing, and I want to teach y'all to be aware of these psychopaths and these narcissists and sociopath and toxic relationships. Pick better when you're dating and stuff. You have to. You have to. All right. Let me go back to the comments. Okay. I guess I'll start here. I'll start here. Lemma says, when you think about it, his girlfriend is lucky to be alive. Yes, she is lucky. She's definitely lucky. All right, what else did Emma said? I shouldn't say this, but I do think Darrell probably had awful parents. Oh, yeah? Well, I read that one. Yep, we just seen it. Okay, I think I went too far. Let's see here. Emma says, some schools and classrooms are like this, but instead of the judge, there are teachers that have no control over the kids. Some teachers in California are like this. Great point. All right, what else Emma says? You can't see how Darrell's intimidated by girlfriend and probably anybody who got in the way. Yep, I agree with you on that one. And I think if he had a male judge, I don't think he would have went so far. I don't think he'd be treating that male judge like that. Because there was another video I seen. He had a male judge. He didn't carry on that way, but when he got that female judge, he showed his ass. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? So you have to see, like I told you, with these sociopaths, these narcissists, they watch you, they study you, they find out your weaknesses, and they prey on it, and they use that as a tool against you. Okay. Abby says, hey, I'm late listening. Oh, okay. Hugs and kisses to you, beautiful. Thank you for being here. All right. Emma says, wow, that is where the name came from. She is in denial. Explain a lot. You can't just kill people. Holy cow. Yeah, that's where I got it from. When I saw that clip, Emma, and she said, treat my son like a sewer rat. I said, what? That's it. I said, my titles was going to be Sewer Rat, dedicated to him. And yep, and I hope she finds it. See, your son is a sewer rat, and he's going to jail for life. took your car and everything. And oh my gosh. All right, what else we got here? What's another comment we got here? All right, what else Emma says? Can I ask a dumb question for the people on the East Coast? Why so many people are coloring their hair red and the red SUVs and the red rags? You think that they are the Bloods, Crips, or something? Possibility. Mm-hmm. Yep, Sewer Rat. All right, what my girl Jack says, and he's a career criminal. Exactly, because he has a record. Mm-hmm. Don't pay child support, beating up women. I wonder how many baby mamas he had, because I know he had 3 kids. 18, I think 7. Oh my God, I had on my notes somewhere. I don't know exactly where my notes is at, but 3 kids. And he ain't doing nothing for him, and he's gonna sit there and try to paint his ex-girlfriend as a bad mother in the courts. Mm-hmm. Because you got with her when she was a child. You mess with a child and you plead guilty. Was it statutory rape? I think that's the word for it. Okay, what else Elma says? I'm on the West Coast, not involved with the gang culture or whatever. Is Darrell's videos, he's got the red bandanas. I'm saying bandanas going, etc. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't talk bad about her son. Emma, watch what you say, because, he's not a sewer rat. Abby says, I have no idea. I'm too old for stupid gangs. No nonsense. Okay. And then, what does Diva say over here? Heaven, no. He's in no remorseful. Yeah, he don't have no remorse. He know what he's doing. All right, Emma says, the mother did enable Brooks' behavior. Wow, she is saying it's not deliberate. I don't think that Brooks even did the run over in a fit of road rage. He must have known the parade was going on. There we go. We got the violins. What else Emma says? I think Brooks was having a midlife crisis. He probably realized that he is getting older and he hasn't become a rap star. He decided to flip out. Yup. We got this 30-something year old wannabe rapper pushing 40. You know what I mean? He looked like crap. His lips is burnt from all smoking all that weed. He probably got tartar and plaque all over his teeth and think he's fine. He think he God gift to women. Oh, please. You're just a derelict. You're a sewer rat. Oh, boy. I don't even know how you pulled that ex-girlfriend, but I know how you pulled it, because you manipulated, because she was a child. She was 15 years old. Mm-hmm. You can't get no older woman that's classy. Ain't nobody gonna talk to you. Wannabe rapper. Ha! Okay, what else we got here? Many woman says, there go my violin. She has enabled and coddled him his whole life. She was probably manipulated by him since he was a toddler unwittingly. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think that she got it too. Because, sometimes we have these sociopathic parents, narcissistic parents, they kind of mold their kids to be like that. They call them the golden child. And then you have like a golden child, you have the scapegoat child, then you have the, oh my gosh, I can't even say the other one. I'm having a brain freeze. You know what I mean? And sometimes they mold them just to be just like them. Mm-hmm. All right, what my girl Abby says. She's lucky that she could visit her son. All those mothers don't have that. Ooh. All right, Emma says, denial. I hope I never see something like that. There are definitely mall shootings. Oh my gosh, isn't there something? You can't even go to the mall to go and pick up a pocketbook or nothing. You have to be careful in these public places, man. There are definitely more shootings and stuff around where I live. I just hope I never ever seen any terror events in my life. I know. There go Jack. Put out the violins. Yeah, I did want to show one more clip. Let me see. I'll give y'all one more clip, and then I'm gonna stop this here. Oh, but I definitely have to show you this one here with the mother. So your son is not a sewer rat, huh? Then what is he? Oh, he just has mental illness. We have to understand he's just, He's just going through something. These people lost their lives. You know, they have brothers, sisters, parents, friends. There's people as we speak in the morning are sad because they lost them. That child that was 8 years old never got a chance to graduate, have his first girlfriend, go to his prom, learn how to drive, get it, go to college, get a trade. None of that stuff because it was taken away from your sewer rat of a son. Yep. And we're supposed to feel sorry for him. Right. Yep. And feel sorry for you too, right? We're supposed to feel sorry for you too. Violence for you. Yeah, really. Okay, give me a second here while I try to find something. Let me see. I think I have one more video. We'll see. Just give me a second here. If not, I'll just let y'all go. I think I had one more. Okay, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all want to see when he was interrogated, when he got arrested? Do you want to see that? Let me know. I'll look that one up. And when he's just lying, you get to see how the sociopaths work when they just lie. I think this would be a pretty good video to watch. Just watch how the sociopaths work. Need some feedback. Do you want me to show it or not? Or what you telling me? I guess I'll just show it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what day this was in court, but this was an interrogation. This was after he got arrested. And you need to see, police tell Darrell Brooks he's lying during interrogation about what he did. So let's watch how the sociopath operates. Let's get it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. Oh, let me read this comments here. I'm sorry. Let me read the rest of these comments real quick. Emma Lewis says some girls had PTSD so bad after an ISIS bombing that doctors gave the girl empathy. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Shanta D. was her name. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. People are traumatized after these kids of events. So sad. All right, what does Rainy Woman says here? Older women color their hair with red because it covers gray hair better, Emma. Okay. All right, what my girl Jackie says, I wonder if her mother's been in the courtroom. Oh, it was another video with the mother, and she basically, I think she said, oh, she can't watch the trial. She can't be there. It's just too much for her. Yeah, because you don't want to go because you don't want to face the fact that your son is a sewer rat. That's why. Oh, shoot. I had some sort of, yeah. You always get these little spammers coming in here. Okay, good. We took care of that one. Alrighty. All right, let's just watch this clip. Let's just hear this one. Let's get it. Now, like I said, this was me being interrogated. I don't know what day it was in court, but he interrogation. Let's get it.
It was still daytime.
It was still daytime?
Yes.
Okay. Were there still a lot of people out?
It was still people out.
Okay.
It was still people out. Not a lot in that area. By the park, it was a lot of people out.
Okay.
Like I said, it looked like something was, I don't know what the hell. But it was a lot of people out, and it was like I said, it was people. It was older couples walking down the street. It was younger people walking down the street. People
It looked like an event or something was going on.
I don't know, but it kind of seemed like it was a lot, like it was something going on to where it was vibrant because it was a lot of people everywhere,
Walking up and down the street.
everywhere. It's people. That's why I'm saying, like, if I got into a fight with her right there, it would be impossible for somebody to not be like, hey, this guy's fighting this chick or whatever the case may be. Like, how could somebody not see something?
How long was it between leaving Stephanie's and those cops yelling at you at the door of that guy's house?
Was it dark when they yelled at you?
Yeah, by the time they came, it was dark.
Okay.
But we had been sitting out there. We had been sitting out there for a minute, me and the guy. We were sitting right there on the porch. We were just sitting there.
Define how long? Estimate.
Maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe. Okay. It wasn't long, but it was long enough for, like I said, he let me use his phone. We sat on the porch. We were sitting right there, just like this, just sitting on the porch. While I called me an Uber.
He's talking about the guy that gave him the sandwich. Maybe so. Yeah, the guy that he went over to the house and rang the doorbell for Uber and I gave him the sandwich. Reason.
I called the Uber. I said, look, man, I let him know. I said, look, I ain't trying to rob you or nothing like that. Because when I knocked on the door, he kind of was like, whoa. I'm like, look, I don't got no weapons. I'm not trying to break in your house. I'm not trying to rob you. Nothing like that, dog. I just need to call an Uber. That's it. I'm not, he was just like, okay, I'll come out, boom. I need an Uber to, what's your address? He told me the address, and we was just sitting there waiting. That's how I was gonna get back home. I told him, I said, I got the money on my card. I'm not asking you for no money. I just need to use your phone. That's it. That was it. That was all. And then from there, we sat on the porch and just shot the shit out.
I'm saying, you told me last night he was cool with that. Like, he wasn't,
yeah,
it wasn't being weird. He was just like, oh yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah, we just sat there on the porch. Right. And he did ask me, he said, do you need a jacket? I said, no, I'm straight. Like, I'll be home as soon as the Uber come. I know it's probably gonna cost me. Probably like $40 to get from me. I'm guessing. I don't know, but probably. But I had enough on my card to where I knew I can get home, and that was the main thing. I'm like, I'm just going home. She can keep the money or whatever. I didn't even try to contact her further. I just was like, I'm gone. I'm calling this Uber and I'm going home. That's it.
Let me ask you this, Darrell. So you weren't out in Waukesha Saturday, just Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Nothing physical yesterday. Like I told you, you're a part in the investigation. There's a lot of parts, right? In the investigation, there's people we talk. Well, this domestic abuse thing I'm telling you about, right? Okay.
So wait.
Hold on. Let me go.
I'm sorry. I just had a question, but
you talked about being a religious man, right?
I can do better. I can definitely do better.
We all could.
I'm not.
We all could.
No,
That's why.
Yesterday was a mistake. I should have just freaking watched the game and just fucking went home.
Right.
Because.
That's the thing. What do they teach us in Christianity, Darrell? That they teach us that we're broken, right? We're sinners. Even when we're born sinners. We're broken. That's why
Psalm 51,
we're so
17.
thankful for God's grace and forgiveness, right? When we ask for it. Even though we don't deserve it. But when we ask for it, he gives it. All right? You're a father. You got 3 children, 18, 14, and 7?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got a mama that raised you well, and a God you believe in.
Absolutely.
All right, and all of them are, here's the thing they'll all want, is to tell your tell them the absolute whole truth and nothing but the truth, right?
Absolutely.
So help you God, right?
Absolutely.
Sound familiar? We've all heard that, right? And I just have concerns if I fact check that Darrell's not telling me the truth. You don't have a car, so Marcus had to bring you out. You don't own a car, your mom doesn't own a car, right? So Marcus had to bring you out. So why did we find you with a car key in your pocket?
It wasn't in my pocket. I don't even know where they said that was laying on the ground.
That's yours.
Yeah. It should have been by my ID.
Yeah, it's yours. It's your car key, okay? Because it goes to a Ford Escape in your mom's name recovered in Waukesha. Okay. Listen, Darrell. I'm trying to be as open and honest with you as I can be. You know, I'm Christian too, and believe me, I'm not perfect. And neither are you. And I'm not calling you a terrible man. I'm not saying you were out yesterday hunting, and just let me finish. But you did not walk to that house. You did not walk to that house. You did not come here in a tan Kia. You didn't.
And who?
You did not come out here in a tan Kia. Okay? You've got a key in your pocket to a car, your mom's name. Okay? And that key works for that car. For the love of God, Marcus. For yourself, for your family. You know what happened yesterday. For the people. Tell me what happened.
With what?
With the car.
What am I being
with your mom's car? You were driving goofy. People called you in. You drove out of there in your mom's car, the red car. You're driving a little silly, probably because you're pissed. You met up with Erica in the car at the park. Now, initially, I believe you told us the gas station. Do I have that right? And then you changed it to the park. So that's an
No, I said the house was by the gas station. When you said what was by.
You said you went and it was by a gas station. That's where you met her.
No. I said I met her at the park.
Okay.
At a creek.
Met her,
I did say that.
You met her at the park in your mom's car. A red Ford Escape. She got in. You talked. And what you're telling me seems pretty consistent, that there was nothing physical between the two of you.
No, I didn't. No.
But you met her in the car.
I didn't put my hands on her or nothing.
But you met her in the car.
Tim, what's going on, man?
Asking you a question.
You
were out there
just tell
driving
me
kind
what's
of crazy.
going on,
Some
man.
people said you were driving kind of crazy. We got reports of it. You got the key. You got the car. Did you take the car or did your mom give you the car? I know you know what car I'm talking about.
I just want to know. So
some people
now
reported all those
okay,
people out there, they
no.
reported that car driving a bit erratic.
I know what you're saying. All I'm saying is this. We all been straight up with each other. You knew it was more to what you was asking me yesterday. That would explain the FBI and all that, right?
They're not here today. So if it's that big a deal, you don't see them here today.
Come on, Kurt. Hey, we been.
You guys met in the car in the park.
We've been cool, man, the whole time. If I did something wrong,
that's why they were here. But do you see them here today? They're not here today.
Yeah, but y'all lied to me, man. You made it seem like they just come for no reason.
Well, here's the thing, Darrell.
And I'm like, what if it's
listen
today?
For a minute.
I apologize.
I can give you a clean slate here.
I apologize.
Because you have lied to us as well. Because you came out here in the red Ford Escape. Okay, that is what you came out here in. You had the key. All right? So what I want to do is try to give us all a chance to reset. You understand what I'm saying? Start over. Because you're not giving us an accurate story. You didn't ride out with Marcus in a tan car. You said your mom doesn't have a car. I just told you we've disproven that. All right? I don't know what kind of woman she is. I don't know what y'all been through.
Listen how this sociopath just lie. He just can't stop lying. Lie over a lie. They just never admit the truth. Resume. It's almost done, ladies and gentlemen.
But you were seen in the car driving kind of acting a fool, okay? In basically the same area that you've already been able to describe to me. I'm just trying to figure out how and why it happened. What made you tear out of there? What made you so mad where you're like, fuck it, and you raced on out of there? And then people go, man, he's driving around here kind of fast.
All I want to know, like I said, y'all been cool with me. Am I charged with anything? That's all I want to know. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Right now.
Listen.
You were driving a bit
so,
reckless.
Listen,
Might be an
listen. No, I don't drink.
You said you had a couple cold ones during the game.
No, yeah, but I'm saying the hard alcohol is not my thing. I was not drunk when you get the blue.
About where I come from.
Mr. Brooks.
Me, dog.
Okay, so you got to see how much he lied in interrogation. You know, it's just amazing. This man he just won't stop lying. He won't. And he's trying to control everything, just like he was trying to control everything with the detectives in the room. All right. He said Jackie. Good question. I didn't see her on the stand, but I only saw some of the trial. Which one are you talking about in the stand? I don't know which one he's talking about. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it now. And thank you for being here. I know this was a long one. I want to show all the, many clips as I could on that Friday. And then a couple other things that, from the before the trial. And we got to see Mama, who says, I can't stand by and let people treat my son like he's a sewer rat. Honey, your son is. Yes, he is. All right. So, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. And stay tuned for some more. If possible, if I am be working from home Monday and Tuesday, I will try to stream it live in the daytime. If not, I'll probably do some, clips in the evening. But I'll try to stream it live in the daytime because I know Monday it's going to be insane. Each day it gets worse. Why? Because he's getting away with too much. That's why. Yep, that's why it is. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But everybody had themselves a great weekend. And then also, I believe it's Tuesday night. I haven't set up anybody who's any horror buffs. I'm going to have a scary movie trivia on Tuesday evening. So if you're into that one, it's a little fun. So come to it, answer, some questions and stuff like this. Have a little fun and everything. And if you like, you can come up on the panel too. All right. And let me see here. Emma says, have a good afternoon. And you too, you have a good afternoon and a blessed one. And my girl, Ray Woman, says, bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Donna, for another nice commentary. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And thank you for being here, too. And thank you to everybody. And I'm going to end this. Basically, it says, everybody, date smart, not thirsty. I always say, be careful who you choose. Oh, my gosh. Just, who are these other two baby mamas that he have? This man is a clown, a true clown. All right, let me see. Did I miss another comment here? Oh, okay. Saying bye to them. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.